Which one am I looking at?
This
Almost
one.
flawless.
The one in front of me, yeah?
The phone.
The phone. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, where we take those three things, mix them together, and magic happens.
Hell yeah, brother.
Come on, baby, let's go.
That may be the most excited I've ever heard you lot. I am your
sugar
DM, Nathan, or Briggsy, whatever you want to call me, and I am, as always, please do. I'm always, as always, joined by George, who plays Sabine, but now Satine.
Hello.
Danilo, who played Quinn, but now plays Varn. Rob, who played Ulysses but now plays Halvar, and Sai, who played Owain but now plays Sayri.
Yeah.
I was going to do the bit again, but we get it. You've had a lot of characters. Don't want to let you hog the limelight too much. Yeah, this is it. This is going to be it. This is going to be the final one. Like, actually final one. Even if I have to just be like, he had a heart attack and he died. You win.
Game over, baby.
I don't believe you.
Look, we've gone to this like second part of the fight. That's all I wanted. I don't care how the rest of this goes anymore, because I'm dead on the inside. Right, cool. We're going to start by going through the usual intro, little bitty witties, starting with Sai, who... he's just a master of TikTok. He never records a TikTok to his personal account when it's meant for the DDandD account.
Never. Not once.
It's not happened
Not
once.
one time.
Not one letter.
Weirdly specific, Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, if you want to listen to the podcast anywhere, it won't be on TikTok, I'm afraid. But who knows? Maybe one day it will. Things are just crazy. But we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Stitcher, for the final time, Dad's Pod.
Always a dad's pod.
Oh yes.
Shout out to them dads and daddies.
Dad's bod. This guy.
Hey, that was nice.
That was really nice
You
to
did well.
sing.
You're good at that.
Took 3 years.
And now look at you.
Polished.
George, you tell us about stuff, right?
I always tell you about things.
You tell us about video, right?
I'll tell you
How's
about-
that tracking?
You know what? The video renaissance is really here. And
Renaissance.
The Renaissance. And let me tell you that I'm going to let you finish, but Beyonce had the best video of all time.
But we're a close second.
But we're a close second. And if you want to watch us, you can find us by searching DDandD Pod on Twitch, which you might have already done because you might be watching us live. Hello again. Hi.
What's up, sluts?
Whoa! Come on now.
What?
They are good people.
It's an inclusive channel.
It's
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? Show yourself. So I can
Don't
spit
come
my
here.
Don't
street.
threaten them. Don't. So yeah, you can search us there, watch us live. If you don't want to watch us live, we then put these videos on YouTube. So you search Dungeons, Dice and Dudes there. Drop us a subscription package of something. I don't know.
You got
$6.99, Amazon Prime, whatever you want. And yeah, hit that bell or something. But we also do videos on another platform. But who knows what that's called?
I do.
Oh, he's done it again, the little bastard.
It's called TikTok. Ever heard of it? Anyway, enough. Yeah, we're also very
Enough now.
social. We have accounts on TikTok, Threads, X, fucking hell, Instagram.
That's game.
That's it? Is that it?
OnlyFans.
Is that it? Only Dad's Pod. So yeah, check us out on there, DDandD Pod. Try and mix up the content as much as possible, kind of, but not really. Feel free to send us a message, send us a chat. What's our favourite D&D weapon? I don't know. Any of them. But we're there. We're on all of them. We're everywhere.
Glaive.
Glaive. Nice.
I love a glaive.
It's got reach in it.
It does have reach.
Hold on, master.
But I wouldn't be reaching to say that Danilo has something to tell us.
What a secret.
Nice.
You did that.
I want to follow that because it's so good.
So good. Yes,
Segue's
yes.
so good. Yes.
Yes.
Alright, easy to follow that.
Yeah, no, that's a piece of piss. Everyone can go to thinkingcritically.co.uk or thinkcritDND on socials, where I host and run a D&D discussion podcast. We take a single word or topic with a different guest each week and discuss what that means in the D&D and wider TTRPG framework. I am still working on Generations, which is out this Friday. The first
Nice.
Generations with a guy who'd been on previously and who has run a game for me and his 3 sons. So it's really cool.
Damn.
Yeah, really cool. Heartwarming, actually, that episode.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
So check that one out.
Wholesome content
Mm-hmm.
compared to this shit show.
Yeah.
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 Bunch of
I mean, I did
debauches.
just accuse everybody of being sluts. So
We got to do it.
That's what they come here for.
it's true. They probably also come here for discount off of Game Tea.
Shambles. Absolute shambles.
So, if you fancy yourself a hot set of dice inside of a box of which you do not know what you'll be getting, or maybe a t-shirt that says
Fucking 19.
Destiny is in thy hands. Warlock, baby.
Stand up a little bit. Show them what's good. Come on.
Take it off.
Then head on over to Game Tea. They're wonderful people. They're based in the UK, but they ship worldwide. And guess what? If you use the discount code TheBriggsy, yes, that's THEBRIGGSY, you can get yourself 5% off of your entire order. We get money, they get money, and you get cool stuff. Everybody wins. But guess what? It doesn't end there. If you still want to support this fucking podcast, then you can head on over to Patreon, where you can give us money for no reason whatsoever. You could also give us money for a shout out, or you can give us even more money so that you are an NPC in Danilo's campaign that he has to figure out how to fit you in.
Yes.
He's gonna fucking die.
You're right.
What? It's just a little chutzpah.
Yeah, you're firing on all cylinders.
You've got lots of beans in you.
Lots
I
of
want to see
beats.
your beans.
I was waiting
Yeah.
for and there's more.
It's just because I'm so excited to not DM anymore.
You love DMing.
And that's not all.
You're going to miss it. Come on.
I will probably miss DMing in like 6 months.
Yeah. Right now.
I don't give a shit. Nah. Do you
Done.
know what?
Everyone go home.
Do you know
Yeah.
what? It's been a pleasure
Oh.
DMing for you lot over the past 3 years.
Wish I could say the same about playing.
It's been heartbreaking. It's been an emotional rollercoaster and heartbreaking playing in your campaign.
Well, you know.
I'm a
There's
damaged
ups and downs.
individual more so now than when I started. Let's put it that way.
Well, look. Hopefully we can put together some sort of like best bits of the entire campaign. I've got some clips saved on my Twitch, which we can use.
Oh, God. God.
So yeah, we'll do something like that. But I think that covers all announcements, right? Unless I'm missing
I
anything.
believe so.
Yeah.
Can't think of a thing that would be missing.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess that means that we just have one more thing to do before we can get into it, and that is recap and put up the same music that I've used damn near every time. Oh yeah, there it is. It's right every time.
Yes.
I am so creamy.
Oh,
That's how the recap starts.
I am so
Lanus that said that, right?
Yeah.
You can't see it, but there's like a little white dribble on the front of him.
Oh, creamy lamb.
How'd that get there?
Creamy lamb sauce.
Where is it?
In the last session. No, wait, hang on.
Oh, he's doing it. He's doing the accent. He's doing the voice.
You got to do the voice, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got to do the right.
In the last session, our Avengers had begun the fight for the balance of life and death on Remarus. As the tide looked to be turning against them, Lanus retreated to join Lanus, who seemingly couldn't get the ritual to complete.
Couldn't complete.
That's the best.
Yeah, we've all been there.
DNF.
That's why it's so angry.
Too much booze.
With some unfortunate misses from Satine and Seri going down, it fell to Halvar to engage the twins. After some heavy blows and Lanus having to retreat, it left Lanix open. What is happening? I can just see stuff happening outside of my peripheral.
When none of us are listening.
That's fair.
We were here. We know.
Yes, it left Lanix wide open for a finishing blow from Halvar. Enraged, time froze as Lanus approached and knelt next to his dying brother. With a pulse of energy, the ziggurat erupted, and Lanus enveloped his brother, emerging into another form as he raised the very earth into the green-riddled skies. I can stop doing the stupid voice now.
Can you say ziggurat again in that voice?
Actually, the
Ziggurat.
Not to sound dumb, but what does that word mean?
It's like a temple.
Oh, okay.
Pyramid-y, temple-y.
Yeah. It's kind of like that thing that was on the battle map for most of the past couple of sessions.
An ancient Mesopotamia structure.
There you go.
You're messing my brain up.
Ancient means old.
So,
Sugar, yeah.
a sugar hut.
Yeah,
I love those.
That's it.
Bad for your teeth,
That's where I was
though.
born.
The ziggurat babes.
Yeah. Get rid of that music, and we will get this music. So, as you all slowly rise into the sky, this ominous crackling green energy spreading out across the horizon, you slowly begin to feel this kind of oppressive force relinquish itself of your bodies, and maybe just 100, I don't know how far that is exactly, but couple of hundred feet away, you see the rather daunting, enlarged form of what you can only assume is Lanus or Lanix, hovering ever so slightly above this chunk of rock. Wings spread out wide, with various kind of faintly green glowing hands that kind of seem slightly ethereal and have like a little bit of a shimmer effect to them. You have no immediate threat to yourselves, so if there is anything that you would like to do, now's the time.
We could have just took 10 minutes. How many rounds is that?
That's a lot of rounds.
Yeah.
So can we see? We can see him, right? Sorry, I was just fucking about the cameras, so I wasn't really listening.
No, that's all right. Oh, is the camera sorted now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what you can see
Oh, baby.
is this. I think he's considered
The lights have gone green. For
Oh, yeah.
listening
for the
at home.
audio listeners.
Hey, what's the aura, the ambient stuff going on? Have we got like talking about green lightning clouds? Are we
It is.
Miasma.
It is very much. I've lost my sizes. Pouring rain, thunder and lightning, very reminiscent of the final Matrix movie.
That's one.
You mean 3?
Yes. Yeah. You see this huge, somewhat humanoid figure floating a little bit off the ground. But yes, let's say you have about a round to decide what you want to do.
I mean,
Before a voice starts to reach, well, not even reach, bellow, and kind of seem omnipresent.
out of combat, but is this like a jumping situation?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
So,
How high up are we?
I'll assist where possible.
with that question,
Yeah.
just to talk rulings and shit, for yourself, you would be able to use, this is for Sayri, just for the podcast.
Alright. Savory.
No, Satine. God damn it, there's too many.
No,
I know.
Look at me. I'm savory.
I am savory.
Oh, I am savory.
We're all savory.
In their own special ways.
Some say there's a little bit of Sayri in all of us.
It's the savory you meet along the way. It's the real savory.
It's the smell.
For you, George,
Yes.
you can you can use dexterity, which would be acrobatics. For Halvar, you can use strength, which would be your athletics. For Sayri, I don't know what your score, which score is higher
You
for
can
you.
use charisma.
Athletics.
Athletics, there you go.
I probably won't be moving.
So that's just a suggestion. Obviously, you can get around however you want. Halvar, you still have Mordecai anyway. But just in case Mordecai goes bye-bye.
Yeah. The back one.
For you, Vaughn, as you kind of... oh, you're not even on the fucking map. Never mind. You don't know how you're going to get about.
I want to.
I don't care.
Well, we're super high up currently.
Yeah, so
okay.
you kind of look over the edge and you can very faintly see some of the lights of the fortress, but that's like thousands of feet down.
Full flavour, can we have in the background over here the two dragons fighting just as the backdrop in the
Sure, every now and again you just see like breaths going on.
in front of lightning and
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, any artists out there? Do you want to draw this for us, please? Thank you.
That'd be hot.
So, I will go round. Vaughn, is there anything you want to do with a free round?
I'd forego any actions just to stay in. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to risk not being visible on the first round of combat, so I'll just stay in the
Cool.
No.
As you remain on the ethereal plane, you can still hear the material plane.
Yeah, you can hear and see.
Cool. So you hear as you kind of look behind you, and just hanging on the edge is two of your undead.
Alpha and Beta, the boys,
So is there anything that you would like them to do?
pull themselves up.
Cool. So they pull themselves up onto that chunk of rock there.
Unless they wouldn't share the same space as you, so
Yeah, they can scoot by. Are we talking like? Can they shoot? Or are we not doing that stuff yet? Preparedness.
I mean, this is a few seconds that you've got before.
They'll just knock their arrows.
Okay. Perfect. Satine.
So, I'm going to go through some rogue rules with you.
Okay.
See what you say. I'm going to say that I'll have my heavy crossbow at the ready and loaded.
Yeah, so that's the lower to hit.
At this distance.
No,
Well-
because you're not proficient if you only got +6.
Just so you remember.
Okay, yes. So something else that can help with that then. So I've got sharpshooter. Attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged weapon attack rolls.
Sure, but you'll still only have, I think it's +6.
Yeah, rather than +11.
Oh yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So +6 to hit.
Yep.
With Satine, she's an assassin, so hasn't taken a go in combat yet. Wouldn't be surprised,
No.
but would have advantage because of assassinate, because I think it says something along the lines of, bear with, you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in the combat yet.
Yeah.
So I'm suggesting I'm going to take a shot at.
So this is like 6 seconds for you guys to all just prep,
Okay.
and then it'll be down to whether or not you roll the higher initiative.
Okay, alright, in that case then, can I see any cover anywhere or anything I can hide behind?
You hang off the edge.
You could hang off the edge.
Yeah,
Safe, very safe.
Essentially, unless... Yeah, you'd have to hang off the edge or get someone else to help you get cover somehow.
stand in front of me.
That,
Do you know what?
that would work.
I could fly to here. If you were to
Yeah.
move on,
Well, me.
move to some close,
And voila.
I'd be obscuring you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be sufficient cover. I suppose it would have to be a pretty good hide.
I mean, essentially, you would probably have to be up. You would have to be directly behind Halvar and Mordecai to get.
So I'll be hovering. I won't be flying above it. I'll be at like surface level, but like just hovering.
It's like hovering here.
Only trouble is I don't want him to do something shitty like dispel magic on him. And I just
And then
fly.
you, yeah, no, fair. It's
Although,
fine.
actually, no, I have a
It's
backup
cool.
plan in case that happens. So yeah, I'll fly.
What?
I'll fly directly in front of you.
Okay.
That's fine. Have you got the little thingy?
What the
The plastic ball?
I think you've got little elevated
Oh, the elevator thing.
elevated music.
There you go.
I mean, worst case, one of you's going to get up in melee with it anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to load my weapon and be ready to attack.
Okay. No potions, no anything like that.
I don't require anything.
Okay.
Not that I can think of. Unless, hold on. Would you say that the infiltrator's key, has there been a dawn since I've used it? Probably not.
No.
No, it's fine. Okay, no, I don't have any spells, I don't have any things to...
I'm going to hand off to you two hand axes,
Okay.
throwing weapons.
Take it.
I always have them just as much on my hatchets for if I'm in civvy combat. I don't need them right now, but probably you'll be better used.
Cool. Okay.
Just throw the light.
Halvar, anything quick that you want to do?
Just provide cover for Satine.
Any spells or anything like that?
Nothing that I am in range to do, and nothing I've got a high enough spell slot to do anything significant with.
Cool.
It's all going to be smites. So. What I have done during the short rest, I have a feature that is I can harness divine power, which lets me get spell slots back. So I've done that as many times as I'm able, just to get some spell slots back so I can fight.
At the end of... Sorry, I try and stealth so from behind.
There is about a 5-foot gap between you two, unless you're saying that where that thing is, you're floating directly in front of him. Okay.
Like a line of sight situation.
Sure.
I'll try it.
Sure.
I'm positioned in such a way that it takes his wings to create as much of a... Like,
Hey, look here.
it's more just like obscuring as much as possible with the edge.
32
Cool.
on the stealth there.
You feel stealthed.
Nice. Tight.
Sayori.
I will cast protection from evil and good on Halvar.
Cool.
Concentration?
I'm gonna get
Oh, they're already here.
the... Yep.
So I'm going to feed you some holy water.
Kinky.
It's good.
Holy water's so good.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that done and out the way, the words that we finished the last session with boom almost sourcelessly around you completely as Lanus addresses you and merely states, "If you wish to cling at the feet of gods who would see you broken for their will, then allow me to break you." And for the final time of this campaign, I would like you all to roll initiative. Keep those numbers in your head. I need to move this.
You good?
It's been a while since I've done that. I've been a child for a long time. 17 plus 10. I'd like to think.
You wheeling your chair around.
Which means that
You good?
Yeah.
Add some ambience. We're waiting.
Ambient.
This is a nice noise, isn't it?
Just using my thinking critically pen to take down the initiative.
Take down your notes in your game team notebook.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so 25 to 20.
27.
27.
21.
Can you do something?
It's close.
Ooh. Don't do it to me.
You said 21?
21.
21.
Slapping at the bottom.
15 to 20?
That's not big down.
10 to 15?
13.
Okay.
Unlucky for some. Unlucky for this.
Nay.
It's worth my chalk.
And then Vaughn at
3.
the rear.
That's fine, I'm not on the board, so I don't give a fuck.
He's sitting this one out.
This round, pretty much, yeah.
It's too early for Christmas.
It is. It's Halloween.
Do it on Friday. Oh yeah, we already do have it.
Do it for the gritty.
Okay. Satine,
Hey! You had us.
you are up.
So, I have advantage on the attack, so I will get sneak and advantage on the hit. So let's go for a single shot on my hand crossbow.
What's the maximum range on your crossbow?
120.
And then you have to count.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Fine.
you got this. If that,
Yeah.
Let's do it quicker.
It's 30 foot.
30 feet.
Yeah, that's gonna
Be quite close.
Just put it on the ground close to you.
be. Okay, I hear.
Sure.
Okay, so it's 30. 60. 90. Depends if you're including height as a...
I think you'd be pushing it.
I'd be just out.
I reckon so.
So you have to get closer.
Well, you use your heavy crossbow.
Or use your heavy crossbow.
That'd be up to like 300 foot or something.
Yeah. But I'd then get...
Plus
It's
6.
only +6, so you do have an advantage, so it's... But yeah, we'll get closer.
Damage is damage.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna get closer anyway. I'm gonna need to. With Halvar hovering there, could I use Halvar as like a bridge?
Swing on Mordecai's dick.
More a dick.
I mean, he's floating in front of you, specifically with his wing or Mordecai's wings like this. So just make a... The imagery in my head is great right now. Just do acrobatics.
Orn is unicorn.
Pegasus.
15.
15, that's fine. Yeah. So you dive through Mordecai's wings, emerging through the other side.
That's John Woo.
There's doves. Doves fly by. I'll move to the end of this then. And that should now be within
Gunfoot.
Yeah, you were shooting as you were jumping through the wings.
Hair, perfectly. Blowing.
Never reloading.
No,
So
just drop them and you get fresh ones.
Yeah.
22 to hit.
Oh god.
Oh god.
22 hits.
Yeah, boy. Okay.
Lock that in.
So let's go
Mind
for the
pass.
initial.
Excuse me.
Excuse you, sir.
That needs you to move your laptops back a little bit.
It's 40 points of damage.
Wolves.
So yeah, as Satine dives through the wings, flies onto the ground, lands, does a little roll, forward roll, onto one knee at this big boy up here.
And this is just a regular hand crossbow?
It's +1.
It's +1, cool.
So it's
Perfect.
magique.
Nice.
So
So you fire off this crossbow, seemingly catching this entity that just seems to be like hovering there. It sinks in, and it just kind of looks down at it, looks back at you.
with my remaining movement and bonus action, can I just, with one hand, just hold off there and hide?
One hand.
You need the other hand to shoot.
So as you're beginning to jump off, he addresses you and just says, "You do realise this won't bring her back." So you drop down.
Yep.
That will be... Well, we'll address this on your turn.
Okay.
So you can get down there fine.
It is his turn.
It'll be getting back up is the
Oh,
challenge.
I see the next turn. Right.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
So can I reload as I go down? But probably be taking the piss.
I mean, do you have anything for...
I mean, I've got crossbow expert. No, I don't actually. That was Sabine. She had that.
Sharpshooter.
I've got sharpshooter and that.
So it will take... Is it an action or a bonus action?
Just reloading this as part of shooting.
Oh, then yeah. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Alright, cool. Yeah, and then I'll be hovering down there and I'll hide. So stealth.
Yep.
19 plus 15.
You feel...
19 plus 15.
Thanks, Dan.
You feel pretty hidden as you descend, seemingly from this entity's perspective. You're just like, I give up.
He's right.
He's right, it's not going to bring her back.
Lovely stuff. Halvar, it's your turn.
Okay. Pegasus has 90 feet fly.
Live for Pegasus guy.
So, percher. Right. So that's 30, 60. Yeah, quite comfortable.
Who's this?
Surprise.
Nothing personal.
In fact, coming in from there.
Whoa, ciao, man.
Why are you being such a silly boy?
Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're shit.
I can't quite get within range of him, but I'm going to fly up to meet him. And I'm just going to be hovering up ever so slightly. Battle axe in hand, great axe in hand. And I'll just say,
You're a bitch.
you are not the arbiter of our fate. You will not win this day.
Just looks at you and just says, I already have. Cool. That is your turn.
Yeah.
Next up is the lair action. Crushing Ascent. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw. Satine with disadvantage.
What?
Oh.
You are currently holding on to the edge of a rock.
Doesn't matter if I'm floating off the ground.
Well, this would be for you and for Mordecai.
That's fine.
Just for the twos on those.
So on those. Okie dokie. So we start with the two undeads.
No.
No.
The highest was 7.
Oh,
Okay. Let me just get.
oh no.
That was beautiful, guys.
Harmonise. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so they both take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Satine.
So I rolled a natural 20 and a 15, which was the lower. So 15 plus 10, was it dex save?
It was a dex save.
So it's 25.
Cool, so you take no damage.
Stunning.
Alva,
15.
15, and then for Mordecai?
I used his dex because I'm on his back.
Right, okay, so it's just 15 flat.
Yeah.
So you both take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Savory? 11. You also take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as extra bits of debris start to float up and start to whirl around you and pelt the ground and crack away at some of the stone that you guys are standing on. Cool.
Oh.
There's a layer action. Excuse me, so sorry. It is now Lanus's turn. Now known as Death's envoy.
Death boy.
Death boy do like death. Cool aesthetic on it.
Yeah, it's a badass name.
It's a mysterious
But now
way.
he's being an envoy for the guy who doesn't like. Sounds like
You're so
a
mysterious.
flip-flop.
I can change it.
I reckon he's wearing robes.
You can see the tip of his foot just at the front of that arm.
Get
Yeah, take a photo.
For the school paper. Yeah, I'll
Zoom in. Yeah, telephoto lens.
Okay, so he's going to take, with you being right there, he is going to...
Oh dear. This could be hard hit.
He's going to take 3 attacks against you.
Okay.
One with the blade, and then one with each wing.
What type of creature is he?
He is undead.
How?
Excellent.
Disadvantage on every...
Concentration check for your spell. Thank you for reminding
Oh
me.
yes.
No, that's... Yeah.
But it's only a
Got it.
10.
Yeah, DC 10. Oh. I feel sorry for you.
Shut up. 16.
He's made it.
There you go, you're fine. You're fine. So disadvantage on all of the attacks.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
That's well done, Si.
Thank you, Si.
That's what I needed.
That's what I needed to battle undead. Yes.
I'm a bird to smite.
The first one with the sword is... That is 21 to hit.
That'll do it.
And then for the wings, the first one is a 15.
Nice.
And the second one is a 19.
That's nice.
Oh,
Okay.
poop.
So for the first one, that is... So this, like, creature... Why you gotta do this, little big bad? Why you gotta do this?
Okay, he's got his there we go.
You got him.
Yeah.
It's just odd that it's just like the tip of one foot.
He's in that to me.
Yeah.
So you can see that he himself is stood upon like this piece of rock, and just beneath it are these like ethereal arms of various undead keeping him aloft, and he just kind of slowly floats over to you and drives a familiar greatsword into your chest.
I got it. I don't got it.
So on the first part, you take 18 points of slashing damage. And 5 points of necrotic damage.
So 23 total.
23 total. And then as one wing comes through, and you can feel this like cold, like almost like your life essence is being drained out of it as this wing comes over, and then driving through the ground, this other one almost knocks you off Mordecai. Dealing 10 points of necrotic damage, and your maximum HP is reduced by 5. It's the end of his turn. Sayri, it's your turn.
Cool. I'm just going to try and seeing Satine hanging off the edge. I'm just going to jump across. Instinct will kick in to see if she needs a hand.
Okay, athletics check for me.
Dot at the bottom is no. Okay, so 17.
All fine.
She just shakes her head at you like that.
Okay, I will.
Not in a dismissive
Yeah.
way.
I'm
Just like a,
I just like thinking of fucking Man of Steel. It's like,
Okay.
see you later.
Okay, what I'll do then is post up in front of her, so like kneel. If Satine had to bring herself up, she would then be behind me. That's how I'm positioning myself. I'm going to take a knee and then have my shield in front of me.
Yeah.
is that? Are you taking the dodge action?
I guess?
If you're not doing anything else with your action,
Yeah, no, I'll do that. Yeah.
So that's disadvantage on attack rolls against you. Good.
Yes.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he is going to use one of his legendary actions.
Legendary shade.
Take just another strike at you. So that's another sword attack.
Disadvantage, isn't it?
Still disadvantage.
Nice.
16. This one
Parry with the...
drives it in, but as you kind of parry it, it kind of glides off, but you can see that it's like left a chip in your sword. Axe. Yeah. It's just because I'm looking at the video like us.
Imagine this bit.
There you go.
Turn them round.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
I'm your best
Yeah,
son.
if you could just get into turn for me.
Switch them on.
Okay, Varn, it is your turn.
2 longbowmen are just going to stand there and shoot him. 2 attacks each.
Okay.
150 range, I think that's within.
I think that
Do you
would.
want to take your turn first?
Why?
because it may influence your decision of what they do. I'll tell you what. As you are, because you can you still sense the material plane?
You see it, you can hear it, it just can't be affected by anything on it, which is weird.
Can you affect things?
No, that's why I haven't been counterspelling.
Okay, never mind then. Okay, so they just take longbow shots.
Take their shots, yeah.
Disadvantage?
No, 150.
150, yeah.
The highest one on the first, 17.
Misses.
And the second 2 hits. Ooh, that'd be 22.
22 hits.
Nice. I'll get a dice out for this.
I'm so sorry that you have to get some dice.
Oh,
I apologise.
my God.
It's almost like
Do you
we're
just
playing
want to tell me
D&D.
how much damage it does?
Nah.
There you go.
4 points of piercing damage. There's just arrows are flying,
Non-magical?
I guess.
Undead arrows, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, one arrow just disappears into the storm. The other one, it just kind of like hits the thigh and just kind of like falls back out again. But they're working on it.
They work, that's their job. They got nothing else to do, so may as well.
Exactly.
Oh, I guess they could help me do stuff, but I don't need help. I'm going to do Vitriolic Sphere, which is also 150 foot range to explode here.
So you come out
Yep.
from the ethereal plane, and as you come out, you feel a connection to the earth beneath you,
Right.
and you kind of think, good, and the earth beneath you moves in it.
Oh, cool.
So you can move 3 times your intelligence modifier. So your +6.
And +6, yeah. So 18 foot movement.
Yep.
Up relative to him. I want to be shooting down on him.
Okay. Cool.
We're already high, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so what? Like what?
Why?
I don't care.
Was it joke?
you can move the rocks with your brain if you have a big enough brain.
I'll just stop.
Nah.
Just hang off the side.
It's actually doing the complete opposite.
I'll try spinning.
+0. So.
3 times 0.
Vitriolic sphere.
Deck save for him.
save.
Here. Psh, so don't get.
The foot should be higher, isn't it?
It's more like instincts, I would say, rather than wisdom.
Pre-planned.
Pre-coming.
Wisdom's pretty, yeah, quite well.
There we go. That's better.
He doesn't have it's not that high for him, but 21.
He does make it.
Okay.
Just spend the right slot here.
And what kind of damage is it?
Acid.
Good.
One of my few spells to charm. The necrotic. I'll just roll in here. Thanks a lot. The dice that don't count. And he made it, so I'll half it for you. Do you round up or round down?
Round up.
12 points of acid damage, and that's it.
Link again?
Oh yes, I have to roll for that. Yeah, he's gone. 13.
Cool. So you cast that. How big is the sphere?
20 foot, so I've landed it here, so
Cool.
it doesn't get.
So you see this like wash of acid kind of spray over the back of Lanus, and kind of shrugs it off a little bit, but you can see that it's starting to erode that part of the rock itself.
He's got a fool. You fool.
I don't know.
These don't look like they're very good for air-based travel. They've lots of holes in them.
Okay.
That's me, I've disappeared.
Oh, just that I can't imagine being able to fly very well with those wings. Could juggle really well.
Antagonise the DM at the last fight. Let's do it.
No.
Actually, I would have gone up and forward a little bit. I do want to get closer,
You wanna
so
use them in
just
little-
move the whole thing.
Yeah, if you want to use these two, because they're roughly the same height, to keep him elevated.
No?
Yeah,
Is that moving up as well, or is it just you
It's
moving up?
5, 10.
that is moving up the rock.
That?
You can use your bonus action to move it further if you want to.
Move it with your
As like
brain,
a dash.
did you?
Oh, is this Sue?
I'll just do it next turn.
Cool, that's fine. Okay. At the end of your turn, he is going to use his last 2 legendary actions to use Death's Touch on you, Alva. That disadvantage is helping. That is only a 15.
Great.
Misses.
Nice.
He reaches out to you, and you can see that there's this like thin black orb in the palm of his hand. The other one has this great sword kind of wrapped to it, and he goes to like place it on your forehead. But luckily, Mordecai like lays up and kicks him back a little bit, causing the orb to dissipate.
Ooh.
We have plenty of time. All the time in the world.
Yours is running out to my friend.
See.
Yeah. Big hit. Big hit.
Okay, that's his legendary actions done. Back to the top is Satine.
So, did we agree that I could shoot whilst down there then?
I don't think we ever agreed that.
No, but now we are. No, I'm joking. So, I'm happy to have been loaded en route.
There's, as long as there is no loading like thing around your hand crossbow, that's fine.
No.
Cool. Then stop bringing it up. It's
Okay,
fine.
cool.
Don't worry about it.
Fine. I just don't want to take the piss too
You're
much.
shooting yourself in the foot.
That's fine. You're currently hanging one-handed off of the edge of a rock, so
Would you say?
thousands of feet in the air.
Yes, cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'm chilling. I'm going to take a shot from that location then.
It will be with disadvantage.
Well, I'm definitely not gonna do that. Then. I'm gonna. Huh?
Top of the
No, not that.
Use your words. Get behind the shield.
Get behind me.
I'm gonna get up.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up.
Could I get you
Yes.
to make? Oh, it's you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't
Someone
realise.
knocking on the door. Could I get you to make an athletics check for me?
Okay.
To pull yourself up one-handed from the edge of the abyss.
Cool. 5.
Okay, 5. You get up. That'd be all of your movement, so you won't be able to get back down.
That's cool. I'll take my shot as well. Now that I'm there.
Take your dirty shot.
Can I, like, move my shield so then you have better cover?
No.
So,
You said that you took your action to.
to dodge. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you did. It's good. Just check and see if there's
Also,
anything.
unless you have a specific feature that says that you can give someone cover, because that's what a fighter would have.
Spin a muscle on it. A wide back is enough cover.
Back's pretty small, mate.
Savory?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Never seen a bigger bag.
We're not within 5 feet of each other currently, so because I'm not hidden, there's no advantage, no sneak, no nothing, just straight shot.
I mean, you could take your bonus action to hide. Because technically,
his attention is this way.
yeah. And you are directly behind someone.
Okay, I'll take that then. I'll take that.
You do be looking.
So,
You do be
I'll
pointing.
bonus action hide and then
Okay.
take my shot.
You want some of this?
Yeah, that's the word.
24 in stealth for that. I'll take my shot and tell me what the result is.
Straight shot.
Straight shot. So I'm not in. Goddamn! It's a 16 to hit as well, so I guess I miss.
16 misses.
Oh, that's fine. Plus 11 shots.
Yeah. This one kind of, you just see a bolt fly in front of you as you can see that your comrades, well, you see 2 of your comrades slowly moving up, and you just see 2 undead floating towards you on a rock, just firing arrows.
That's their movement. They're like a hoverboard.
Hoverboards don't work on water, they need power.
It's your turn.
My turn.
Oh, the measuring.
No, I was going to say, don't worry about in the middle. Okay, this one like that. I'm going to fly up and behind him, keep him within his range so I don't provoke an opportunity attack. I'm going to start wailing on this bitch.
Do it.
Yeah, so 2 attacks.
Hit him hard.
Both at plus 12. First will be 14 plus 12 will be 26.
That hits.
Second will be 5 plus 12, so 17.
That misses.
That misses. So for the one that hits, it is a d12 plus a d8, which is an improved smite. Let's pump some big shit into this dude. So it's 2d8 for adding a smite, and then an additional d8 for every level, so it's 3rd level, so it's another one there. Can I have a d8?
Yes.
Thank you. Then let's do. What's the most painful one? Can I have another 3d8?
Oh, there's one.
Oh, you want another?
I've got 2 there.
Thank you very much. Right.
Alright, big numbers. I'm expecting big numbers.
Come on. 8 across the board. 8 across the board.
Big hit.
So this is regular hit plus smite plus branding smite. Blinding smite. So I'll need him. Need to make a con save.
Uh, 20.
20. Yeah, he makes it.
That'll do.
But as it hits, there's a blinding flash across there, like a
Yeah, as opposed to the green lightning, there is just a solid blue and white flash of light.
just like a I don't know what they would call it, like a lens flare. Like okay, let's start doing some maths. 12.
JJ from Libby vibing.
Yeah. 10. 20. 39 plus 12.
Big dupus.
51. 58 damage.
Yeah.
Daddy Yankee.
Good letter.
That helps, man.
yeah.
Who's orange?
Yeah.
Stone.
No more.
Stone. And glitters.
Listen, me. Glasses.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Cool. So you bring the great axe down, it cracks into his back, and there's that kind of emission of lightning that crackles through the air, and you can see that he kind of falls forwards a little and just slowly brings himself around. I wish Ulysses was here to see you die.
Just,
And he starts raising his hand towards you.
your bonus action vow of enmity. Yeah, so I now get advantage against them. Should have done before attack. For the next minute.
Cool. Lovely stuff. Next up, lair action. First things first. This moves to here.
What is that?
You don't know. Nobody is near enough or has kind of really gotten a chance to look at it, apart from you, Howler. You've just seen off in this corner just a faintly glowing sphere with just this like almost like storm inside of it, and it just kind of dematerialized.
Okay. Behind me, so I can't.
Behind you. As it does that, some of the wounds on Lanus seal back up.
Dickhead, mate.
Didn't roll less than 5 on that attack.
Nice.
Yeah.
Big.
Okay. Everybody make dexterity saving throws.
The 2 Ds. Ooh, one's good, one's bad.
Ender boys.
The 7 or 19.
19 just makes it. So the other one takes 11. 11 points of damage.
If you pass, you don't take any damage. Is that? Cool. Just another 11. Okay.
29.
29, you take nothing.
18.
18, take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
You did just make it.
5.
11 points of bludgeoning damage. Another concentration check for you.
He's kneeling.
Shit.
Advantage on the deck save. I think. He's planted himself.
Another constitution check, please.
So the answer is no.
Concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's con save.
The con is on.
What am I doing again? Sorry, concentration.
Is it more than 10?
Yeah.
You're good. Simplify. Again, stones start colliding with all of you, scattering across your bodies. Satine, you managed to almost like press Sayri up a little bit to cover more of your body. Vaughn, you're just chilling.
I've got podcasting.
You know what that sounds?
Listen to the.
On. Next up is
What a break from you.
Lanus's turn.
He's getting healed up by something. Would we know? We would know that he's been healed up by something, wouldn't we?
For you guys, you are so far away, you have no clue.
That's cool. No worries.
Just need to look up something real quick. Okay. So, Lanus turns to you, Halvar.
Well, I level them.
Seems you're the only one I really have to worry about.
Right.
Raises a finger towards you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, you better fucking pass this one, bro.
Con save. 26.
26. So,
A little evil little green finger.
yeah.
Finger of.
Doesn't have a lot, because he's
Goes.
more martial now, but
Ooh, damn it.
just put up, because this is too many dice to roll.
Ooh, it's still going to be decent damage. So.
If this loads, apologies.
What do you need to know?
Oh, I just need dice.
Is this a spell?
78 plus 30. If it
This is a spell.
I mean, I get advantage because I've got mage slotting, so I'm going to roll again, see if I get higher.
Oh, okay.
19 and 18. So.
Pretty good fucking.
7th level is 78 plus 30.
Yeah.
Neck.
Yeah, I've got that up. I just need
sorry.
the. Yeah, don't ever speak out of turn again.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
That's my turn.
I'm staying out of that one.
Always playing footsie at the end of the
You're all
campaign.
coming over to me now. You want my feet.
Does that do?
Does this count as an attack?
No.
Wow.
It's not an attack
No,
roll.
it's a saving throw. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
So,
Just goes to Christmas parties.
you would take 61 points of necrotic damage, but instead you take 30.
Is that because I got protection on?
No.
Because I've passed this.
But does that do anything more?
Yeah, might.
Do you get resistance to something?
Protected against certain type of creatures, aberrations, celestial elemental, fae, fiends, and undead.
Yeah.
Protection
Yeah.
grants several
Yeah.
benefits. Yeah.
Yeah. And what are those benefits?
The disadvantage thing.
Nothing
and
else?
No charm, frighten, or possessed.
Okay, that's also useful to know then.
Can't be frightened anyway.
Okay.
Just try and
Too big to cry.
Just show them that you're right.
Sayri, it is your turn.
Oh.
Finger of death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finger. Finger.
Yes, finger.
Yeah. Are you alright, mate?
Yeah, he's on a mad one.
Big toe death.
Just obsessed with fingers.
Digits.
Kidney finger. I'm just gonna jump down there and do the same thing. But I'll roll.
athletics check for me.
That's a 12.
I'd say that's cocked.
Thank you.
Thanks for Simon's character.
18.
18, you're all good. So you manage to leap across, and as you do, you can just see, like, you can barely make out the details of the ground below you.
Oh, she don't like that.
We're not getting out of this.
Oh.
Actually, I will.
What?
Oh, don't worry. Just when this is over.
Yeah, that might be the end for you.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were making it seem like I've forgotten your turn or something.
No.
Because presumably we'll have the rocks will fall, right? And there's only so much carrying he could do. And I can just teleport to the ground, so I don't really care.
You're not that connected to these.
Right. Martyrdom. We die. And then I'll go back into dodge. Turtle back up, shield in front of me.
Okay.
Nice.
Got a
Disadvantage with attack rolls against.
Got a plan.
No, just got to stay concentrated.
Oh, I see.
I'm just going to double check.
Yeah, that is a good shout, because that is pain. The disadvantage is huge.
Yeah.
Every attack is massive, so... Absolutely massive.
Keep it up.
Sorry, when you take the dodge action, you focus entirely on avoiding attacks until the start of your next turn. Any attack roll made against you is a disadvantage, and you make dexterity saving throws with advantage.
Oh, nice!
Oh, okay. Sick ass.
What did you... So he should have had advantage on that dex save.
Yeah, but not because he was crouching.
No.
Second roll. No, nothing. Come on.
What's he talking about?
He's on.
His
He's off his nuts.
His beans are foiled.
At the end of your turn, he's going to go for it again. He's going to attempt Death's Touch on you,
Go for it.
Alvar. Okay.
The finger. Is that what's happening?
Stop saying the finger.
That's
Getting
high.
everybody very aroused.
That's 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's higher than my AC is.
Woofy, woofy,
Okay.
woof, woof.
So, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw for me.
As he turns to face him now.
Yeah.
Those big ass wings.
That's an unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Natural 20. Okay, so you do succeed, which is good.
That is a really good hugger.
Just like
all the
Andy.
fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet he's wet. But he's a wet boy.
But it's raining.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We're all wet.
Unfair to judge.
He's got
Very
like
moist.
there's no warmth in his hands.
No,
it's
no.
just, This is like being touched by several fish.
Coltman.
Gary Cole. No.
Hot cold.
Okay. Not a huge roll. So you take what would have been 26, goes down to 13 points of poison damage.
Oh, I think
How quaint.
although I can't be diseased.
Yeah.
If that makes any difference.
So yeah, so 13 points of poison damage, and you feel this. You feel possibly the worst form of sickness you've experienced in your life try to ravage your body, but you manage to resist.
Because of my
taking
divine
over.
health.
For your health.
Okay.
For your health.
That's a steep rule.
Okay.
For your life.
So that was series turn, then legendary action to the Varn. You are up.
Spit this out, but I'm not spitting this out. It tastes like
Skelly bone shoot. 21 to hit.
21 just hits.
Okay, and I rolled to hit the other guy who definitely doesn't hit. For again. 9 piercing for the longbow. And now it is my turn.
I am the Pierce.
Can you move me to... I want to be within 60 foot of him, and I've got...
With the block.
Yeah.
No, you can do 18, right?
Got it.
Yeah.
So you can get to that there. Where's
Oh, eventually I want to get with him.
The kissing wedge.
Yeah, currently I'd say
Definitely not 60.
about 19.
That's fine. Next time then. Next time.
Next time, baby, next time.
I know you've just left,
Yeah.
but can we see this? Can I get heads or tails now? I'm a bit closer of this glowing orbs.
Eric, call the orb. See orbs.
Make a perception check.
Oh no. 16.
16. You can see, aside from kind of Halvar laying into this large creature and just an emission of like dark green energy, just faintly you see a swirling mass. Can't make any specifics or details, but you can see that there's something there.
Okay, the guards will shoot that on their next turn, I think, and then I will just do. Do I have the? Oh no, I don't. I will just do. I'll do Rev. No, none of these are good now, because I'm not within range, so I will just do nothing. After all of that. Yeah, I need to move forward a little bit more, actually, to be within range of some better stuff. Let me just double check. There's nothing else saucy to do. Does it look magical, this thing?
What did you roll? 16.
Yeah.
Could be.
I will try 5th level Dispel Magic on it. I'm going to try it, unless it doesn't work, then it don't work. It's green, he's green. We haven't done it.
The world goes round.
It's bad.
What? No. You're not taking a picture of my feet again, all right? You got to pay me for that.
Too shy.
Did you get it?
Okay, I need you to make an ability check.
Okay, how do you want to do that?
Spell, make an ability check using your spellcasting modifier. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Oh, okay, so I'm casting it at 5th level, just so you're aware. So it's higher than 5th equivalent or whatever it is. Yeah. I've not cast it to 5th. So.
I thought it was the spell that you were trying to stop.
Yes.
Right.
Is it 5th or lower?
Oh, it's higher.
Oh, okay. Then fine.
Yeah.
Just it's not the spell attack modifier, is it? No, your spell casting ability, so just 6 then. In which case?
Spellcasting ability.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's intelligence for you.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. You kind of reach out, and as you do, there's like a piss.
A piss.
Sorry, the rain stopped.
Pesh, pesh.
The rain stopped briefly as the dragons flew overhead. Sorry.
Nice.
You reach out, and there is a scream in your mind of thousands of voices. Help, 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 help! And you are repelled backwards. Not physically.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alright.
That is
Yeah, that's me.
bad.
I do not disappear
Okay.
for the first time.
Put yourself on the board,
Player
sir.
1 has entered the
You
game.
can get rid of the ring, because I'm not actually concentrating on anything.
The real deal now.
Okay. At the end of your turn, noticing what almost transpired, Lanus, this is going to have to wait.
Oh no.
Okay. He is going to disappear.
Yeah, what?
Is he casting a spell to disappear?
Sorry, guys.
to appear just in front of you, Sayri.
Fuck off.
So here.
Yeah, just about there.
The fuck out of it.
Just in the void in between those two platforms.
It's like hovering.
Yeah. It's come to give you a... Oh, it's super close to me now.
Which way is he facing?
He's facing Vaughn.
No, he's not.
Hey,
Yes, he is.
that is bad news
That's
bears.
silly behaviour.
Okay,
And next.
that's his turn. Or his action.
Okay.
Their action. Satine, you are up.
Is Sayri within 5 feet of?
Nope.
Fucking bastard! Oh man. There's nowhere to hide. I'm out in the open.
There is somewhere to hide.
Oh,
Hang off again.
fuck.
But then you're nullifying your advantage by having to shoot off the side.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
So
either
you
get
end up with a
sneak
straight
attack,
shot.
Through stealth, or if I fail stealth, then
You can't get sneak attack, right? Because he's shooting with disadvantage when he's hanging off the side.
I thought you could still get it if you are hidden.
well, sneak attack is once per turn. You don't need advantage on an attack roll if another enemy is within 5 feet
Yeah.
of it.
And it's only because if you're hidden, you're usually getting advantage on the roll.
Right, okay.
But in this case, it'd be straight roll in, so there's no benefit.
So there's literally, unless someone's 5 feet with
Yeah.
Shiboy, I don't have any sneak. Okay. Yeah, you fly up to it, so that's fine. Okay, well, I'll just take a shot then, because there's no point me dangling off the edge and fucking myself up with that. So, just try and get out of his peripheral vision. Try and be a little bit behind him, just cling to the edge of that rock.
Yeah, you could try and, if you wanted, you could also try and leap to the rock directly behind him. Then he really couldn't see you.
That looks like a very long jump. Like
How far is it?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
That's moved a bit in the time. It's been up to that.
25, yeah.
I'd say it's 22.
Punished my death as well, which could be some quality banter. Well, it's all or nothing, isn't it? So, yeah, I guess I'll try and jump and then try and get sneak attack. So, yeah, fuck it.
Alright.
So, what would you like me to roll?
Acrobatics. Or anything else, but I would assume acrobatics is the highest thing for you.
It's a natural 1.
That's 2 natty ones in a row.
Plus 5, so that's a 6 total.
6. You run, leap, and you smack into the side of the rock. Can I get you to make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Yep. It's 19 with
19.
keeping it. Plus 10.
Alright, so you catch a hold of the side, but you are stuck dangling off of that rock.
I'll take that.
Nice.
There we
Very
go.
nice.
You actually hit him as well.
Yep.
So it's all good.
Yeah. Doing better than last time.
Dangling on the side of a rocket.
This is much better. Blooded face. Any damage from that jump as well, and smacking the rock.
Winded.
Alright, that's me then if I can't. I'll take a shot, so.
You can take a shot.
Can I?
Yeah.
You're so generous tonight. Okay. I will then.
It's just because it's worse to come.
Oh! It's not going to hit anyway. It's at 18.
18. It looks like it's going to hit, but it passes through the many arms that just seem to be overlapping each other. And whiffs off into the distance.
That's me.
Okay. Bonus action.
Bye.
Go ahead.
It's Christmas somewhere. Are you kidding me? That's double natural ones.
Stop using that dice.
Right.
That's rough.
You
Gone.
Just kicked him out.
you feel like you're about to be like, you kind of press against you like, I've got this. And a bolt of lightning hits near you, and you're like, ah! And you just see Lanus just kind of
Look at this weirdo.
Flailing around in the rain.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
That's me.
Here's you.
That was quite a go.
Halvar, it's your turn.
90 foot of movement.
I'm right back within range of this fucker.
So that's 30.
Easy boy.
30.
Good boy.
You're a good boy.
60. 90. Yeah, back up behind him. Two attacks. In fact, Storm Golem.
Is Validity concentration?
No, it's a channel divinity.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to pop the Storm Girdle. I have to double check if that's an action or not. I think it might be. Yeah, you can use an action from Storm yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to attack him twice because it's not going to waste that opportunity.
So first attack, advantage.
19 plus 12.
That hits.
Second with advantage as well?
I think it's all attacks, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Valve Enmity, yeah. It's 15 plus 12, so 27 in the second.
How much?
27 to hit?
27 hits, yeah.
Cool. So, first attack. Oh, I can reroll ones because I've got Savage Attacker.
You forgot that last time. Yeah.
And twos, I think.
That's for the weapon specifically. So that would be for your great axe.
It's usable.
Alright, you got to go.
Hey son, I've got loads of fairy codes. You got nothing. Because you're a bitch. I will smog my whole gaze outside.
Sorry, what's going on?
Everyone's bullying you, bro.
Yeah, why? It's because I'm trying to sip my water.
Yeah, sip it up.
Slap that up.
Schlop on high.
I want to hear you drink it.
Tap water's so good.
Yes.
Yes.
Every time.
Brita filtered. Yes.
For fun.
Oh, right, I thought you were
No.
doing something.
Nah, I don't like being on the board. It's giving me anxiety.
That's fair.
So 29 on the first hit.
29.
Come on.
Loving it.
Lemonade.
Get up.
13, you silly bitch.
Stupid care.
Oh, what's the liability?
She's that one too many.
Ali! Fuck's sake, Ali.
Where's that from?
This is sound really bad. That guy gets hit by the bus.
Oh yeah!
For fuck's sake, Ali.
He gets proper womp twat, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, douche.
Sam and the Womp.
Yeah, the alley. Football man.
Wow, Ali the Bill.
Cheap TV megastar.
24.
TV's alley with wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So again, you just like carving away at the back of Lanus's body, and you can kind of hear like grunts of pain coming from him. Still standing.
I'm within 5 feet of him.
Yeah, baby, get in there.
Caricature.
Okay.
With a little bit of healing, that would be just lovely.
At the end of your turn, it's the layer actions. So he used all of his legendary actions last time. So, layer action. This moves to here,
Nah.
which just says, and appears over to that side.
I reject that.
Kissing booth.
Lanus begins to heal.
Oh. What the fuck is it?
Bitch porn for bitches, I think.
He's red.
Everybody make dexterity saving throws for me. Advantage for saving. Disadvantage because you're hanging off.
Oh no. No, it's fine. I thought I rolled and that one. It was just a 7. But anyway, I got something better.
Jesus Christ. 3 fails. All 3
Three fails.
7 was my highest roll and 3d20.
That is 16 points of bludgeoning damage to all of you.
That's fine.
19.
19 to save. 14. And for Mordecai, 17. So that is, what was your first one? 14. So that is 16 points of bludgeoning damage to both of you.
17.
That's your highest.
Yeah.
Oh, that is 16 points of bludgeoning damage to you. Concentration check.
Solane. Ombre Solane.
It's large nose.
Higher than 10.
16. Yeah, sorry.
There you go.
I just remember.
All right.
I think doing one of those two-sided die. Not right now.
Okay, next up it is Lanus's turn.
Nah.
I wouldn't.
When we learn this realm is better off the way that I'm trying to make it, just stop! And he is going to take... He's going to take 1 attack at Mordecai with the sword, and he's going to take 2 attacks with his wings against you, Ulysses. Okay. So the first one against Mordecai is a natural 20.
Ooh. Can you do something for me? Nice. Wow.
Spice work.
What's his name, that Spice Girls?
Richard E. Grant. Richard E. Grant.
So Mordecai takes 40 points of damage.
Oh, he's still up.
Oh.
Just about.
Damn.
And then the 2 attacks against you, still with disadvantage. Because of you son of a bitch.
Well, both work.
First one is 25.
That's not good.
And the second one is a 15. So only one hits. And that is 11 points of necrotic damage, and your total HP goes down by 5. Can you just measure out 30 feet from you, please?
I don't want to.
It's kind of one of the biggest insults, really.
So he would still be in it, but otherwise. From me,
Yeah.
is that hitting Sayri, do we think?
No.
Oopsie daisy. No. So just the big guy.
Yeah.
Obviously not you guys.
Is he 30 feet away from you?
Oh!
Sorry, is what I meant.
I'd say just. He is. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Next up, Sayri, it's your turn.
I'm gonna do a big old masculine
Rip fat
It was the lightning.
It's a climatic battle.
and in that masculines, in that 30-foot sphere, is going to be myself, Halvar, and Satir.
And
So, oh yeah, and Mordecai.
Okay.
So that is 4d8 plus 3.
If I'm at full HP, that just won't do it. Right?
So that's 12.
Very kind of me then.
Sorry, that wasn't great.
I will happily take 12 HP as a Mordecai.
Oh man,
Dun, 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 dun.
not at 69 anymore.
I forgot you got low HP.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean to. Sorry.
Okay. At the end of your turn.
Oh, can I go back into dodge?
No. Is Mass Healing Word a bonus action?
Ooh.
You did mass cure wounds, right?
No, you did Mass Healing Word.
I did mass healing word. Healing word is a bad action.
Mass Healing Word. Yeah, it would make sense. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. You still got a bonus action. Can you do anything with that?
Not if I want to break concentration.
No worries.
Don't do it.
I don't want.
We can cast other spells that aren't concentration spells.
He's just done one.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so
Mass healing word is a bonus action.
It's not on my list.
Oh, you just using it. Hang on, what?
Mass healing word isn't on my bonus action spell.
So what did you just cast?
So spells?
Mass healing word.
Oh,
Huh?
If you go into spells?
I do have it.
Yeah.
It's literally like,
It's just not class.
yeah, it's mass cure wounds. Sorry.
that's what I said.
sorry.
Hit us.
I knew something didn't add up.
Take a seat.
it's alright. It's a lot. Okay.
It's too similar.
I wanted to cure an earthbound. What did you mean by that?
To cure her wounds and suck blank and lick.
At the end of your turn, seeing you cure everybody, Lanus looks to you.
Jealous much.
Owain's soul will rot for the rest of eternity. And he starts to bring his wings inwards, and you can see that there's like dust that starts to drift by your feet. Energy pulls into him, and he releases his wings, and there is a pulse 30 feet of dark necrotic energy.
Yawn.
I need every creature within 30 feet to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Con, did you say?
if you're within 10 feet of me, you've got a +4.
This is a magical effect.
Nobody would be within 10 feet by the looks of it,
No.
unfortunately.
This is a magical effect.
This is, bear with me a second.
We rolled 2 dice and didn't look at them. And then picked them up. So I was like, oh yeah,
It's
what's
just listed as a legendary action, but sure, let's say it's magical. Magical in nature.
Okay, that's for the big guy. 16 and then
Damn, Daniel.
Con.
Rocket with the best.
God damn.
not good. Don't do it.
Okay.
Even 30 feet?
Undead boys.
Yeah, that's what you measured earlier on.
Well, one of the
Just
undead
one.
boys.
He got 18.
18.
Yeah, and I got 19.
Okay, so you save, so you only take half. So that is 37 reduced to...
I can do it. Because I have to halve it again. Because I'm resistant.
18.
That was a 9.
And then I'm guessing Alpha is what? Alpha or Beta?
They
Resistant to necrotic?
Oh, they are resistant, yeah. So,
So he takes 18.
cool. Yeah. 14.
Take 37 points of necrotic damage.
21.
21 for you.
Yeah.
So you take 18 points of necrotic damage. Mordecai.
He's dead.
Oh.
As is one of the zombies.
Disappears from underneath me.
Okay.
17.
17, you take 37 points of necrotic damage.
Can you just not?
And then I need you to make a concentration check and then we'll address what happens with Halvar. So this is
8.
lose concentration.
Fuck!
So you see beneath you the normally glowing white energy of Mordecai. He begins to like writhe in pain as every muscle in his body seems to seep with green, and it's almost like the life is choked out of him and he disappears. As he does disappear, you begin to fall.
Was that a spell?
It's just a magical effect.
Okay.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
So 14.
14?
Yeah.
So as you begin to fall, you manage to grab onto the edge of that rock, your gauntlet cracking into the rock itself from falling, and the weight of you, you manage to remain on the board. After that, you see Lanus.
Oh, bitch.
Come on.
Oh!
Okay.
You doing that scary too?
That is all of his legendary actions gone.
Is that for 3 days?
Varn, it's your turn. Varn and the entourage.
Okay. This one is going to shoot the orb. This, whatever this is. Oh, yeah, look at that, man. That's 2 16s. Dirty 20s. 2 dirty 20s to hit.
Both miss.
Huh?
He is shooting this,
Yep.
and that dirty 20 misses.
Right.
So, okay,
jump in there.
let me put it this way.
I've already given.
It doesn't miss, hits it, and doesn't leave a scratch.
Absorbed into it.
Right, well, that's his turn.
Not absorb, but it hits it, but not hard enough.
Yeah.
I will attempt to command undead. Is his int higher than 8?
Just like 8, or plus 8.
8.
Just
the,
8,
the
yes,
big
it is.
number.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the mastermind?
Yeah. He's a very clever.
Just winging it.
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving.
I want no one to ever die ever again.
That works.
I'm gonna kill everyone. And then no one else can die. Because they're all already dead.
Is 16.
You probably want to use his resistance. Good, that's why I did it.
He feels your influence and control over the undead begin to seep into him, and he just looks at you with like seething anger. Enough!
Yeah, I was going to turn him on the outside. And if he did fail,
And then just be like, kill yourself.
fucking kill yourself. Jump off.
Continuing to look at you.
Yeah.
far preferred Quinn. He was far smarter. You would be wise to join me. That's the end of your
Like
turn.
Quinn did.
Oh.
Still on the board. I'm paying now. I had like 5 in a row, and now they're just not doing it for me.
Riding that train.
I might move.
Yep. So action and bonus action if you want.
Okay, there. Rotate. It's a free action. And then I'll.
You want to stabilise it with that?
Yeah, it's a free action.
Free combo.
Balance it out.
It's right. Ignore that one too.
It's free real estate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
That's it.
Satine,
Hello.
it's your turn.
I'm going to try and clamber up.
Never had that for a
I'm
while.
still dangling off the fucking
Still
edge.
dangling. Athletics.
It's American.
Disadvantage? Or?
No, it's just it's not the highest DC, but it gives danger for a nat one. 7. You manage to climb up, but you have no movement.
Okay. I'm guessing no one's within 5 feet of the boy anymore, because...
No. But he does have his back to you,
Oh, okay.
so you can now use your bonus action to
Yep.
if you want.
I'd like to
Not
hide.
telling you what to do, but just trying to help.
No, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'd like to hide. That's a 4 and a 5.
Oh dear.
On advantage for stealth, which gives me a total of 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Fucks.
You're rolling bad, bro.
Spare D20s.
Mine aren't actually.
It's fine.
Mine aren't better.
Dirty 20,
Yeah.
Sloppy
all
20.
hidden.
Okay.
I feel
Alright.
like he hasn't acknowledged your presence.
Let's go for a shot and hope for the best. Don't fuck me dice. Okay. That is 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Thank fuck for that. Right, let's do the initial damage first, and you can then tell me if I got the sneak. It's 10 points of damage.
That's your sneak.
Yeah. 37 points of damage as Satine just clambers up, it's like, for fuck's sakes, and just takes a shot. Hopes for the best.
And this one kind of centers into the back of his shoulder blades, and where he was kind of hunched over, he just like, ah! Kind of looks at you, and you can see that there's like he just looks at you and just says, "You know what it's like to lose. It doesn't have to be like that anymore."
Bargaining.
But you'll lose.
Make an insight check.
Oh.
See, just doing that. Like,
Trade off.
trade off, but with all of his hands.
Insights 23.
Come with me.
He's going through the stages of grief. He's got his diamond anger, he's down
One legendary resistance gone.
Yeah.
Oh, and from before transformation, I think you might have got back.
Reset after transformation.
Oh, okay, you got him back. That's why I did that, because A, it's a game ender, so he has to use his legendary resistance to pass that, otherwise he's becomes our mate.
Command them to hurt themselves.
So this is
But-
I can.
Oh, really?
This is a necromancy thing.
Oh, because control and
It's literally command undead, they become friendly to you, like the other guys.
Some nice
And if I told
kissy
him
wissy.
to do whatever I want,
Yeah, we just
Go and absorb that.
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
lot of kissing just then.
stop.
Stop.
Just stop. Whatever you're doing.
Okie dokie. Halvar, it is your turn.
Oh, climb up.
We're gonna kick a little ass.
Athletics check for me.
16 plus. 11.
Plenty. You do not lose your movement.
Yeah, he's going to charge up and start hacking away. Yeah, I need to stay within 5 feet of him in case he casts a spell, because then I can use Mage Slayer reaction. But what have we got left? I haven't got much left. Yeah, so 2 attacks.
Yeah.
First is 12 plus 12, so 24.
24 hits.
Second is 11 plus 12 for 23. That's it. Cool. I need to try and... I'm going to hold on to my smite because
Oh, everyone look at Simon.
I want to crit. I have to get a crit. I'll smite.
Sneezing, are ya?
Damage. Oh, lovely. 2 12s.
2 12s.
2 12s. There's not a lot of lines that have persisted throughout the campaign, but still yourself.
Yeah. 2
Like
2 chains.
Steal yourselves!
Like away.
It's not even how you pronounce it.
That's how you pronounced it.
Yeah, because I've been forced to.
Well, what is it meant to do?
It's just the Welsh way of spelling Owen. But you asked me how to spell it, and I did.
So the Moonshay Isles are just Wales.
I guess.
Barry Island.
That's why they all know each other. It's so small.
Oh, there's actually 7 islands down the road. Not
So just
conflict.
Owen.
Yeah, there's 7
Just
islands.
Owen.
There's 7
Nah,
islands,
that's
but
not
everybody
fun,
lives
mate.
on one island.
But it's because I said, oh, it's spelled Owain.
46.
46.
That suck. It's too good. Well, hold it.
Okay. This time, carving into the legs. Well, you assume there are legs. You can see some little toes poking out. You start carving into his
Can I try and
legs.
take some toes off?
Sure. You try to take some toes off. I'd say
Got more feet finder.
sink to a good few inches. Another go, you could probably chop off his toes, and then he's just got. Then he'd lose his balance, and then it'd be disadvantaged on dex.
It'd be very embarrassing.
And I get some giant toes to do whatever I want to.
I'll never tell.
But he slowly turns to you. Fine. We'll end this then. Okay. Here's
How
the
about
layer
it's
action.
Sweating.
Oh wow.
Bloody.
Fuck off, man. Not
shit.
Yeah.
Lanus heals.
Is baby poo-poo.
I need everybody to make
Dexterity saving throws.
as the storm whips up once more. God, I can't wait for you to DM and I can just fuck you over. Honestly, try and add a bit of flavour.
I'm super fucked anyway, so. My boys are dying.
Okay.
Failed, both of us.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
28.
You would take half, you take none.
23.
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
11.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. As a note, for anybody that's paying attention, more so Varn, you have seen this sphere slowly moving around. Whilst he is being hurt, he doesn't seem to be taking... He seems pretty resilient. And, well, I would have assumed that you would have talked about this before, about liches and about their phylacteries and where they house their souls. So
Interesting.
just putting that out there.
We did.
That
we did
whilst this
talk about it.
will eventually work, it becomes a war of attrition. It's whether or not you think you can win that war. Having said that, we're going to go to a break. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, just to give yourselves a break and just to give us a chance to kind of get up, stretch our legs, all that good stuff, and have some more of the beautiful and tasty Thatcher's Blood Orange ciders.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
But we do endorse it.
Maybe.
We endorse it.
Please. Investors, you.
Possibly you.
Anyway, yeah, back in 10 minutes.
Bye.
Hello, we're back and Si has falafel.
It's not a falafel.
What does it feel like?
Soft.
Oh, nice.
It's a soft.
It's a soft naan filled.
Would you prefer like there's two of them?
I'm not playing this game.
I feel like you have to be in a zone to be able to have two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a zone for that.
Right, well anyway, we are back at the... we just had the layer action.
Yeah.
Okay. It is now Lanus' turn. It's going to...
Oh, by the way, there's loads of souls in a green ghost. Oh, that's what I scream.
It's going to be great sword attack against you, Halvar, and 2 attacks against you.
Dodge, though.
Same
Disadvantage.
Nope.
No, I had to come out of dodge.
Yeah, dodge.
Okay. So, attack against Halvar. It's 24. And the 2 attacks against Sayri. One is a 13, the other is a 23.
The 23, that's right.
So, let's do Halvar's first.
What kind about?
I left my water in the kitchen.
Oh, wait up.
No, I'll get there. I'm in the thick of
Halvar, you take 26 points of damage. Go down. So in almost like this furious swarm, just the one hit against Sayri. Sayri, you take 14 points of necrotic damage and your maximum hit points are reduced by 8. No, 7, sorry.
it. Oh, that's
So
I was just by what, sorry? 8.
7, sorry.
7.
Yeah. So as he spins around, the 2 wings carve through you. One glances off of your shield, the other one catches you in the midriff. And as you see just this whir of motion, this greatsword plunges straight up through the sternum and up through your back, and almost starts to like lift you up. And as you're kind of about 10 feet in the air, I didn't want this. That's what you have. And he pulls his arm down and lets you slide off the sword, falling back onto the ground. Okay. As is Lanus' turn. Sayri, you are up.
Blocking the way, isn't he?
Well, he is technically stood on a stone platform, so you could maybe do a hop and a skip if you wanted.
No. Cannot risk that. Oh, sorry. I'm having to think on the fly, and that is not good for me.
I'm not dead. I'm just unconscious.
That's true. Oh, we'll do like a little. Where are they? Yeah. Bastard bitch. Hold on. Yeah. I will.
would just like to say that your turns are just a roller coaster.
Do you not have some kind of verbal way to shout at him and give him health back that you can do as a bonus action?
Asking for a friend.
I do. But I'm gonna be selfish
Oh.
and use mass kill wound
Okay.
because I need some of that. Good.
I think that still works.
Yeah, he's in range.
Awesome.
He's in the zone.
He's in the zone.
I did not have to gerrymander.
These flying rocks.
No gerrymandering required.
So I'm casting at 5th. So it's only going to be 3d8 plus 3. I say only. No.
Who's he getting?
Yeah, what's radius?
Oh, sorry. I don't know if I can fit you in. It's 30 feet.
I've got the thing.
Do you need it?
Yeah.
For a sphere. Well, I'm trying to think where to put my
Is it 30 foot radius?
So 30
30 foot radius. Yeah.
Yeah, so
30
60
foot radius
foot
fit.
diameter. Fucking massive, you can fit me in.
Oh, do you want some?
Give it you.
Well, the sphere itself is 30 feet from either point, isn't it?
That's a
Not
20
if it's a
20 foot
radius,
radius.
that's to the middle.
That's I mean that's a 20-foot radius, so that's more than enough to get.
Range 60, area 30.
Oh, then it is 30 foot. Yeah. Then nothing, just 3.
Cool.
Yeah, sorry, I need to roll that.
I hacking love spells.
Actually, I'll just use my
Schmelsh.
dice. 4. 2.
Oh.
2. 8 plus 3. 11. Sorry, team.
That is better than a kick in the face.
Hey.
You still need my feet.
But then I would like to get into the dodge position.
Mass cure means an action.
Yeah. No.
How much did you do?
No BN. 11. Oh god, this is hard. Dude, it's all now I'm done. That's it.
Okay. End of your action, or end of your turn. Lanus, after having just let you slump on the floor, sees you come back to life, looks over his shoulder. Again it is. Comes over to you, goes to drive the sword into you.
I am prone, so it's a disadvantage.
It's with advantage.
The melee is advantage.
Natural 20. At least.
Oh, at least you're up.
Yeah.
Because then it's not.
Instant.
Instant 2. Instant 2.
No bueno.
Yeah, can do. How many damage?
More than 11, I'm going to speculate.
Yeah, that's 26. This time, drives the sword straight into your heart, and you guys actually see the ground like crack beneath him with this force that he goes into him.
It's quite nice how much of a threat he is. Used to do that.
You are the biggest threat. So in his eyes, anyway. Okay, that is the end of Sari's turn with a legendary action. Vaughn, you are up.
Shoot him. So, 18 to hit.
18 misses.
2 misses. And then on my turn, let's keep experimenting, shall we? And I will shoot. How far am I? Where's your thing? Actually, from the orb. over 60. Oh, I'll just fly forward to be within 60 and then do can it make a saving throw? Can I attack it with something that needs to make it do a saving throw? You can just say no because it wouldn't make sense.
it's not a living object, so
Yeah, and then Ray of Frost in which case, so.
okay.
16.
16. The magic begins to encase it in frost, but is quickly melted away as like it kind of glows brightly and seems to have no effect on it.
Then I do disappear.
There you go.
Thank you. That's me.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to use another legendary action.
Goodbye, Hellball.
And
Again, looking at you, just it's going to die. You can't stop this.
I'll kill you, you bitch.
go for it.
So 27, 2 death saves. Okay, that was the end of Varn's turn. Satine, you are up.
Varn, did you actually make us aware of that wall?
Yeah, I mean I'm shooting it as well, so.
And from where I am, I could probably see you were trying to shoot it.
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing Halvar down, seeing it healing up.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn my attention. Other way. Facing you currently.
Oh boy.
I'm going to turn my attention to the orb then. Go for an attack at it using my +1 hand crossbow. Let's hope this one hits. 13 plus 11.
Nice.
24 hits.
Okay.
Just your
It's just neat damage,
just
right?
your crossbow, yeah.
Yeah. 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points. You see Varn attempt to cast a spell on it and it seems to dissipate. Still there, kind of it's floating. He then disappears. Fuck it. Take a shot. And it hits. As it hits, you see a slight crack. It can be damaged.
Bonus action hide. Don't know if I'm hiding from that or him, but I'm hiding as best I can.
You hiding.
So I'll take my down here again.
Take his eyes off.
It's just Sam hanging off here. Yeah, hiding again. 12 plus 15. 27.
27. You get hidden.
I'll take that.
A lesson needs to be learned. And hopefully you'll see the light after this.
Nah, bro. You just.
That is 23 to hit.
I'll do it.
After already piercing Halvar's chest twice, he kind of, with his other hand, which has almost like an after image of it, kind of touches your shoulder. It'll be alright. it slowly drives it into your chest. You feel the blood start to drain out of you. Come back to that. Actually, it's your turn. You've been close to dying before, but there's something different about this. And as that cold sensation starts to drift over your body, you kind of briefly close your eyes, thinking of all of your loved ones. And then you open them again. And then you come back with 1 hit point.
Okay.
In the mix.
As you do, this is my gift to the world. You kill me, you will die. That doesn't have to be the way of the world. Now, Var, it's your turn.
I roll off the edge,
Okay.
and as I begin to fall, I awaken the storm girdle,
Mm-hmm.
which gives me a 30-foot flight speed,
Nice.
and I fly away from him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, up to here.
So, for Satine and Savory, you see what should have killed any man or woman, person, and then you see a slight bit of movement from Halvar, and he rolls and just disappears out of sight. You see a crash of lightning and a flash of light, and soaring back up into view and onto that rock, kind of starting to scramble, is Halvar.
Kind of like electric wings that like ethereally like just like, and then as soon as I made contact with the ground, they kind of like crackle and tuck under, but they're like enveloping me. I'm there like kind of like clutched on the side like yeah, that's my turn. Nothing much action to do this time. Oh, actually I can do bonus action. I'm gonna call lightning.
Cool.
Oh, because you're girdled up.
Yeah.
Fuck it up.
So
Fuck
wet.
it up.
The girdle's on fire right now.
He's girdling so hard.
I hate when you go.
4d6.
That sound.
Daddy's done girdled on me. Sorry.
The girdle over
I'm
here.
sorry.
I don't know if it will make a dex save, if it can.
I mean, I would say it can. It'll be as to whether or not it affects it more than anything else.
It's a DC 15 dex save.
We just treat this as just a flat roll. That's a 10.
Okay. So it's
Try the lightning, little man.
14 lightning damage as a bolt of kind of like bluish lightning is called down through the storm above. And as I kind of look back at him, I kind of like think for a second, and just like kind of instinctively I'm like, I'm in the fight, I'm still in the fight, so I can't give up. I'm just.
And as that hits, it begins to crackle all around the external. So it's almost like one storm mixing with another. And you see the original crack that Satine had made begins to lengthen. Alright.
Can I roll an insight check just on what he said? Just so that I fully comprehend what he meant.
Yeah, sure.
21.
Let's go have a chat.
Oh, everyone's chatting.
That's
So what he does when he takes you out there is he puts his tongue in your ear
Oh, nice.
and he just goes.
Do you finally get some of that the foot action enough there?
Yeah. What he does is
Quick rub.
he puts his foot on top of yours.
Yeah.
Almost like you're holding hands.
That's what I like.
interlinked toes.
That's what I'm into.
And he shakes them a little bit.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been an honour serving with you. Yeah, it's going well. It might be going well.
I will give us some breathing space in just a memento.
I'm just going to start working on them with the Moonblade.
Oh yeah, you got the kissy blade.
A bonus on it that I just discovered.
Oh.
Which is...
+6 to attack and damage rolls.
Oh.
Okay.
Should be getting +6 anyway, right?
Layer action.
No, added on.
The orb.
So what, you're like +15 to hit then?
Lanus.
14.
To hit?
Yeah.
Lanus heals again. Wounds start to close back up. His toes look pristine.
Lovely man.
I need everybody on the board to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, this could be the end. Come on, boy. Oh no, he's done it! God, he's done it! Dirty 20 for him.
Dirty 20. So he only takes half damage, and that is still a high roll.
Oh, he's fucked.
15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, he's gone.
Just a whole chunk of rock just takes out his torso and leaves him hollow and just falls backwards.
The entourage are fully gone now.
I got
19.
19, half, nothing.
18.
18. Again, you feel like a massive chunk of rock hit you in the face and it almost like snaps your neck. And you kind of are able to push your neck back into place. You remain at 1 hit point.
What?
Savory,
3.
you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Match.
It is now Lanus' turn. Lanus
Oh, give over.
No.
turns
We use
to you,
this to mark
Savory.
where I am actually. Folk mode.
Seems you're keeping everybody up. Perhaps another lesson is to be learned. 3 attacks against you.
Got any reactions? Anything at all?
Coming up prone.
Coming up, right.
That's true.
That's going to come in clutch at some point.
Yeah.
If you fall, you'll be falling like a pencil, though.
Well,
Oh,
So that is that's a 30 on the sword, 25 on the first wing attack,
The
and
wing.
15 on the second wing attack.
well, the 15 doesn't hit. Good. Good. Any attack it misses, I can do a 2d6 shove attack. But,
So for the sword, you take. Excuse me. 26 points of damage.
let's just leave it there.
Oh dear.
You're down.
Dear, oh dear.
Okay.
What's your max HP again? I know it's been dropped, but
108.
So as the first, the sword goes straight through your thigh, just above the kneecap, pinces you in place. The first wing comes down and you manage to like block it slightly as it carves off of it and like takes out a bit of the stone underneath you.
Can I roll for that? Because I've got a shove attack if something misses.
This is just flavour because the first attack took you out. As that happens, the second drives straight through you, and you just feel all of these hands. As each one goes in, it starts to like crawl through you, pull through, and go onto the other side. So you also fail
Yeah.
a death save. Okay. Sayri, if I could get you two just in here for me behind the screen. And get you to
Sorry,
roll
don't say.
D20.
Am I allowed to look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Your poker face, Simon.
Varn, it's your turn.
Fourth cage on the big guy. Shit's hit the fan.
What is that save? Or
No save.
just happens.
It does just happen.
Okay.
He's in a box.
Living in a box.
Did you dig in a box?
An immobile, invisible, cube-shaped prison springs into existence. It's a solid box this time.
Does that affect things that are huge?
It's 20 foot on a side, so I think he should still fit inside. I just need to decide whether I want to be able to shoot him still, but he hasn't had any ranged stuff, has he, apart from his big explosion?
You did see him cast a spell on Halvar earlier.
Ranged. Then, to be safe, it'll be a completely solid box.
Seal that.
Oh, a box that's only 10 feet on a side. Is he still...
That would be a little bit too small.
Then we'll need to
I
be...
think if it was large, yes, but for huge.
then it'll be it has to be a cage to be able to do that then. Which isn't ideal. He's trapped.
Okay.
He can try and leave with spell, but have to make a save to do so. Otherwise,
Remains in it and
He's
the
in-
spell's wasted.
yeah.
Don't worry, I looked it up.
I gave you plenty of warning.
I know. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect both of them to go down very quickly one after the other. So, but now it's some breathing room at least, and then I will. Sayri's right in front of him, yeah.
Yes.
I want to fly over to Sayri as close as I can without getting in his cage. Yeah. Because then I'll do some medicine checks.
I've got something that can sort this area out.
5, I stay on the board.
Okay.
And that is me.
You.
Boss cage.
So, can he do melee out of the cage or not?
No.
Nothing physical
It's like
can
prison bars, so
Okay,
you
cool.
can't. And yeah, nothing physical can pass through the cage. So
And how long does it last?
an hour.
Or can he break out of that?
He has to teleport or use interplanar travel to leave, and he has to pass a test to do so.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's trapped.
So we got him pinned for a bit.
Yeah, just to get people back up, focus on the orb for a bit, and then.
I've got something to sort that out for.
That's my turn.
I got you, babes.
I'm still on the board.
She appreciates that.
I think I've got a potion more.
What about magical effects?
Put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I guess so. I think with the cage you can like shoot out of. So
Okay.
yeah.
Alright. Well, I would say that he cannot use Disrupt Life as he is penned in. He can't use those on a legendary action. So he gets to his turn and he just begins like thrashing at the bars of the cage itself. You don't understand what you're doing.
Do you
You
not
have a grasp of the undead. Do you not see what I'm trying to do?
I dignify with a response.
Dang, it's cold.
play?
Satine, it's your turn.
I'm rushing
I'm
to
going
get
to.
save
So,
instead.
am I still hanging off the edge? I can't remember.
Up and down like a yo-yo.
Okay.
I don't think you were. I don't think you, because on the last one, because you could sneak attack from behind him, you didn't bother.
You said at the end that you were going to hide, though.
Yeah, I'm sure you said
But
behind.
he had his back to me.
But then you said it was either from him or this that you were hiding. Obviously that's not right.
Yeah, so
Well, it must be there.
you would
okay.
just be. Yeah.
Could I, from hanging down there, try and swing myself across and just jump over to where?
You could certainly try.
You know what? No, I'm not going to do that then. I'm going to try and pick
Are
myself
you sure
up.
about that?
I'm going to try and pick myself up first of all.
That's yourself
Got
up
to
and try
rise
again.
up. Got to kick a little less.
So is that athletics, yeah? 9.
You get up, but no movement.
Fuck.
Shooting potion at me.
I have a
Into
potion.
my mouth.
My plan was to jump over to you and administer said potion, but that's
Oh, I can do that as well.
fucking shitted, so... I'm not going to shoot through the bars because you're incapacitated, so I'm not going to get any sneak. Is that in range? What is it? I've got 120 foot of range. Probably not.
4 of those. I don't think so.
60.
Whether it's line of sight as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it line of sight? though?
Yeah.
Well, normally in this scenario, it would be a case of it would have like half cover or something like that. But yeah.
I would ignore that for sharpshooter. Okay, I'm going to take a shot at that then.
Sharpshooter, you can take a -5, correct?
Yeah.
You get +10 to the attack.
It's just so you're aware.
Yeah, I just don't want to fucking miss any
That's
more
fine.
shots.
That's fine. Just making sure.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take a shot at the ball thing. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
That's 11 points of damage.
How many points, sir?
11. Could I have bonus action beforehand, hid, taken the shot, and then stood up?
Wait.
Basically just
that.
casting it.
If you were hanging off the side, you would not have gotten a shot
Okay.
because you just wouldn't have been able to see it.
Even though I'm in plain sight, so I can't get up.
And-
Bonus action hide.
Bonus action, like hiding from this, doesn't affect it because it doesn't.
Sit.
It's just a thing.
No worries. That's my go. Yeah. That's my go.
Okay. Halvar, you are up.
30 foot fly.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Yeah.
I'm going to call lightning on it again.
All right.
DC 15 save.
That's a 2.
2. That's not brilliant, but that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lightning damage. Again, I kind of still racked with pain. I look over at him now trapped in this false cage, and I'm just kind of like,
Again, crashes down on it, and as it does, it starts to spider out. The actual crack itself starts to splinter across the surface. Layer action.
Of course.
Moves again.
Try something new.
Lanus heals.
oh, that was bonus action. Action will be dodge.
Cool. Okay. We make dexterity saving throws. Advantage for Halvar.
I got to.
You fail.
What did you automatically fail? Shit, you might die, bro.
Oh, there's no might about it.
What's... Oh, there's no might about this.
Oh man.
Vaughn?
19.
19. You take half damage. So you take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Lovely.
21. You take none.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You take 5. Again. This time a sizable chunk of rock hits you in your spine. You feel it sever and snap in half, and for a moment you almost feel like you're going to completely collapse, and it kind of snaps back into place.
Can I use a divine sense
Yeah.
to detect undead?
Sure.
Am I undead?
It's all you got undead.
Oh shit.
You create that pulse, and what's the range of it?
60 foot.
Shit, the fucking bed.
Oh, that changes things.
Yeah, you look down and you can just see this like glowing aura about you. But you are quickly distracted as Sayri, you lying there, like with this massive wound in your stomach, you take a large chunk of rock to the face and you immediately kind of get hit to the ground, and you feel this cold sensation start to kind of wash over you. And just at the point of death, you come to. One hit point.
Okay.
Do they look alive?
good.
Undead? Would I be able to know that they are?
Make either a perception or a medicine check.
Does my max HP still stay low?
It still stays low. Yeah.
Still.
13. Let's go medicine. It's the same modifier.
13. Look paler in colour, and to be honest, because you are a necromancer, you have been around corpses for a long, long time.
I think they should be like super dead. It's the fact that they're still moving is probably suggests it enough.
Yeah.
I'm the new healer.
Oh wow.
I'm the healer now.
A new army of undead they're presenting themselves to
This
me.
is your new entourage.
God, are you gonna fucking... Oh.
Turn everyone.
I command you to stop.
So, that was the layer action. It's Lanus' turn.
Still where you gonna go?
He glances behind him, kind of feeling this fracturing, looks at you and Satine, and then looks over at the orc. He's going to disappear.
Roll
What does
it.
he have to roll?
Roll it.
What does he have to roll? What is it?
A charisma saving throw. I mean, he's just going to legendary his resistance his way out, which is fine, but it's still good to flex.
Natural 20.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah.
Nearly. 19.
So, if I can get someone to pass me Lanus for a second, as he reappears. He reappears and kind of stumbles towards this and takes a defensive stance. Do not mock the gift I have given you. It doesn't have to be like this. Okay. So that'd be his turn.
We got a round out of it.
Yeah.
Sayri, it is your turn.
It's my turn.
Gladden.
Bonus action healing word at. My trappist. At third level.
On who?
Me.
Cast the spell. Nothing happens. It almost like you feel that energy begin to seep into you, but it almost like weaves away from you, almost like it's not, for lack of a better term, disgusted. It just doesn't want to take effect to you.
Oh!
With that, you begin to look at your hands, and you can see slight bits of rock already taking effect to you.
Did you
You
bust?
mustn't know.
Yeah.
It's coming.
No.
What magical thing have you got?
This.
A MacGuffin.
I cast bus.
Oh man.
How will work?
I don't think I have the
Brings
slot.
any BBEG to their knees.
What are you trying to find?
There's something I have that stops something turning undead. I can't remember if it's a spell or...
That'll be Gentle Repose,
Yes!
but the person has to be dead.
Oh. Yeah, it's not on
Use that on
myself.
yourself once you've turned under.
Yeah.
I think you can undo it. You need a priest to do that.
Young priest.
Well, fuck it then. I'll
Sick
just go
as a
in defensive mode. I'll lay down in defense mode. Sideways.
But you can't go prone.
You use a bonus action to cast healing words.
Yeah.
Anything you want to do with your action?
Fuck all. No.
Okay. Alright. Next up. Nobody's within range. Nobody's within range of Lanus. So you can't use a legendary action. Varn, what would you like to do?
Cast Negative Energy Flood on Halvar to heal him for 5d12.
What?
He is the healer now.
Oh, baby.
Negative energy flood.
Alright.
Damn.
If they're undead, they get healed.
Oh.
I'm about to get bluffed.
Yeah, get back in the fight.
Roll that.
How many times can you do that?
I don't have many slots left.
Oh, it was just-
one more time, so you can have some too.
Same round, yeah?
Yeah.
Dead boys in the building tonight.
Simon, you're right to do my maths to me.
Yeah.
Okay. 7. 3. 3. 9. 7.
29.
29 HP. And then move and just shove me down a little bit.
How far? Say when?
As far as it'll go, yeah, there.
That way.
There. And then roll for blink. Which I get it.
Hey.
So, ribbons of negative energy. Yeah. And instead of causing you horrible pain, it heals you.
Heal yourself.
Yeah, so what would normally be a cause for alarm, you feel this dark necrotic energy actually begin to kind of put a bit more energy in your stride, which both is unsettling and is what it is. Okay.
Not a huge amount, but more than one. So,
Yeah.
Satine, it is your turn.
Guessing I don't have line of sight on that orb.
No.
Okay.
It would be blocked by Lanus. Unless you were to move.
How far will I have to move though? Like,
you've seen me flying around on a rock.
This is definitely about as well.
I'm not that smart.
Are you not smart at all?
And look, you've only not been able to move that much because you've been rolling dog shit for your acrobatics. If you roll okay with your acrobatics, you'd be able to make more ground.
Yeah.
You are just flip-flopping around like a...
I'm literally donk.
You really want his shield or whatever he's got.
Yeah. Never go prone. If I was
That's
actually metagame, would I even see where the orb's gone to now? Because I know where it
You've
is.
seen
but
him go over there.
I could deduce. Fuck
You've
it.
also seen that it's gone from...
Place to
Yeah,
place.
it's done 2 loops, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna
That's 16, 17 feet.
get to there.
Yeah. That's 5, 10, about the same. kind of equidistant.
I'm going to try and jump across to this one.
Yeet! Roll that
It's low on the ground
acrobatics
as well,
check.
so it's not.
Yeah. Hopefully. Dex check, yeah?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatisch.
17 plus 5.
Hey!
Fuck.
You leap
Yeah.
across and you still have movement.
How much movement have I got?
With that higher roll, I'd say you've got your whole movement.
Can I try and jump up onto this?
Sure can.
Okay. Now I'm going to get cocky and fucking yeet!
Bye! Just waiting for the ethereal plane.
That's a natural 20.
There you go.
Nice.
Back in the day.
Just like full John Woo fucking bullshit.
Front
Just
flip with a twist.
spin midair, land, superhero fucking landing. From here, can I see that all?
From here? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's well within.
Yeah.
That's more like 90, 100.
Still, I still want to get sneak, but at least I can do some damage to it. So
Damage.
he seems pretty worried about it getting hit. So let's fucking go. 13 to hit.
13 doesn't hit.
Get fucking
Off the side.
wrecked.
It's about to be right in front of you though. So.
With any remaining movement, if I've got any, my bonus action I'd like drop down and try and hide again.
Sure.
And I'm on your little love float now. So.
You are. Gonna go for a ride.
There you go. I'm gonna hide.
Go ahead.
14 plus 15, 29.
29. Feel pretty hidden.
Okay. I'll take that.
Okay, end of your turn. Halvar, you are up.
I'm going to fly 30 feet this way. Come down here. I'm going to whistle and attempt to get either Varn or Satine's attention. And you'll see me put like a leather parcel on the ground. And then I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality on myself. Healing energy radiates from me within a 30-foot radius. Until the spell ends, which is up to a minute.
Oh, nice. That's a cool spell.
Bonus action to cause one creature in the aura to regain 2d6 HP. I don't expect I'll be able to take any of those HP, but if we can keep these guys up, so yeah.
Alright. So that. What? So you worship the Stormlord, right?
Halvar, it's less of he's less religious, but the oath that he's taken is vengeance. Yeah, he changed his oath when we heard about Ulysses, but it was oath of the ancients before. So it's more to do with probably Helm.
Okay.
So like watching over the land and being protector.
So that, typically that kind of energy, that radiant energy that you feel flow through you is now more of a sickly green energy. And as you cast it, you feel a pull to Lanus. And it would seem that you are drawing your power from him now.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Sure.
That one's up. This is going great.
Yeah.
Can't be killed. Loads of HP.
I'm using his power
Basically,
to heal.
cakewalk.
I don't think that you need healing currently. But
I'll take it.
Right. Layer action. Moves.
Well, I think we've both been hurt, so.
Yeah.
Who's worse?
I don't know. I'm halfway. Not too different.
Everybody on the board, could I get you to make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Someone with advantage? Someone dodging?
No, I got 9.
I'm about to dodge, yeah.
But did you last turn? Because you didn't do anything, right? You did something
I did bonus action.
and then nothing.
Yeah.
I just did.
You take advantage if you want. We'll say that you did.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Okay. Thank you. 19, no damage. You've done well. I don't think you've taken damage.
Plus 10, so yeah.
26, you take half, which is 8. So this actually hits you.
The only thing to add is they were temporary hit points.
Okay.
Not that it probably will make a huge difference. It's just,
We just let that down to 1 HP.
yeah, you're 1 legit HP and then however much temporary slightly hit. Sorry.
Sayri,
9.
Wow.
do you have any? Are you above 1?
No.
Okay.
I'm at 1.
So, as the wind picks up again and like these rolling boulders start to smash out some of the prior platforms that you were on, another one kind of smacks you into the back of the head and you actually hit the ground, and what would normally scatter someone's brains across the ground, you start to push yourself back up and feel this massive crack in the back of your head seal back up. You remain at 1 hit point.
I guess that's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
What if I turned undead on myself?
Well, you would be a higher level. Like, you wouldn't be able to...
Oh, yeah.
Just
CR3, yeah.
And it's like thralls were different.
Right.
Yeah.
Build
Feel
different.
It's Lanus' turn.
Foie gras. You say foie.
He can't really see anybody. He doesn't want to kill you two because
You're his buds.
you are undead. With time, you will see the gift that this is.
Oh. Give over. I can help you with that stuff. Command you to be my friends.
Can you steal zombies from other people?
Yeah, with command undead, yeah.
Okay. What he is going to do...
Hang out with me.
Give me that. That was that.
Look to you, Halvar. Just to say, you know that this is the way forward. It's going to attempt to dominate person.
I'd like to add that if Quinn was here, he's definitely flip-flopping to the other side right now. For
The ring is telling you.
Stop fighting him!
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. You have advantage on it though, because you are fighting him.
That'd be 28.
28.
Ooh, nice.
You manage with ease to shrug this off. You feel like your undead body begin to give in to his will, but you stand fast because you know deep down what needs to be done, whatever that may be.
Ooh, baby.
Okay, that is his turn. Sayri, you're up. Sayri, baby, if you've got to go.
Okay, I'm going to try and leap onto this area.
Do it, Frog.
Well left.
As he leapt.
17.
17, yep, you make it. Leap across, kind of bits of rock flying underneath you. You can see just off in the distance behind Lanus, just these two figures still writhing about in the background.
Love that.
Have these gone?
Blown away.
A couple of them have, yeah.
One's actually just embedded in my skull.
Let's have that then.
But you got better.
Huh?
You got better.
Yeah, that's
How
true.
would you like a foot taller than that?
Yep.
Extended.
You got your movement still?
Sorry, did you say I do?
Yep.
Yeah. Can I have the?
I'm telling you, every time it's wild to see what goes on.
There's just lots happening.
Did you say that's 60 between
Right.
me and the pool? I can still move.
Just to say,
I can still move.
you could just put it like flat, as opposed to being like, oh, is this?
I don't want to touch anyone.
Really interesting.
You try and dash all the way there.
No,
Dash
no.
Monk shit.
Mr. Dashman.
Would this cost me a bit more movement?
Depends on the roll.
Hands on the roll.
Roll the dice. Roll the dice.
24.
You leap.
Jedi style.
Boing.
Another flip.
Did I jump?
That's some Ahsoka shit.
Then. Damn it.
Now
Tell you a story.
I'm gonna move, and then we're gonna think about it.
Flame strike on this.
Nice.
Right, what's the save?
It is a dex at 16.
This figure's rolled shit. It's a 5.
Okay. So, this is going to be split into. I'm going to roll for fire first, for maths, and then I'm going to roll for radiant after.
Go ahead.
4. 4. 1. 2. 11 fire.
Blast his latchery right over.
15 radiant.
15 radiant. How would you like to do that?
Here we go.
Oh, actually, as she jumps up and does the flip, you can see her conjuring something. And
Sick.
hate to say it, superhero landing as she brings her hands down.
A split second later after that.
Yeah.
And then it just like erupt going down. Is that? Yeah. Erupts from the sky. Beautiful silver, blue, white, almost like a blue sky with clouds mixed in a column. But as it hits it, regular fire emits from it. It's an odd mix of colours.
So, as you bring your hand down, there's been this consistent, almost like chain link green energy that's spread across the sky, and there's been this constant torrential downpour. But for a moment, as you bring your hand down, the clouds part and there is a full moon in the sky, and this energy erupts down from the heavens, pushes through this cage, and it collides with the orb. And as it does, it starts to shake, and you can see cracks begin to appear all over, and eventually it explodes and detonates. And as it does, you hear the screams of hundreds of thousands of people all erupt, and these green lines start to shoot out everywhere. And as that does, the sky above slowly starts to break apart.
Oh!
You see Lanus. No! And you see almost like the wind is taken out of him as he kind of like goes down to one knee. You spit in the face of the gifts that I give you. This could have been a new world. You two both feel a wash come over you, and you feel weak at the knees. Alright. Vaughn, it's your turn.
This pouch you left on the floor, do you do anything with it? You just drop
Why is it ticking?
Something like leaving it behind.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll cross that bridge at another time then.
It's a narrative thing.
if we need to.
It's not super important.
Alright, fine. Secret kill code in there for the boss. Sorry.
It's the nuclear launch code.
I don't need to turn you guys back to our side just yet, so I'll save that for later.
It's a special spell. We're gonna save that later.
Yeah, we're going to find that useful later. In which case, then...
Do you want to see specs?
I will just... I'm not going to heal Savoury yet, because that's a big...
I just found it.
Oh!
It's just a little dancing.
Rainbow Wizard. Oh, I think he adds effects to certain things.
Yeah, he's always on.
Is he?
Well, you can turn him on and he'll stay on for the rest of time.
Yeah, it was just invisible. I just happened to move my mouse and there's a dancing wizard.
All the text changes colours when you mouse over the tooltips at the top. Hit rainbow.
Oh!
That's what that does.
How do I get him?
Oh!
Above the anvil.
Somewhere up here.
Tap.
Sorry, everybody.
Something shiny's just turned up.
Like there.
Game over. I will... There's nothing useful here. I will just do a... here.
Oh yeah, I got him.
Been hurt. I need the rangefinder.
Yeah, I
please.
got him. He's cool as fuck.
I'd say it's within 60, but I can shimmy us forward a little bit. I'm going to take all three of us closer to him.
Oh. Love boat baby. Is that that?
Yeah, a little bit more probably can squeeze out.
There?
Yeah.
Love shit.
RGB Wizard.
He's cool.
Yeah, he's dope.
Thank you.
My character's going to be the RGB Wizard.
And then
I love him.
I will do
This is Twitch.
Mind Sliver on him in saving throw.
Rainbow Fleet Wizard.
That's a natural 19.
Right.
Silvery barbs. I don't have silvery barbs.
Yeah, he makes it. That's one.
Still
I will
be
on the next.
Ballerina.
That's me. It's done. And I stay on the pitch.
Okay. Satine.
From hidden, I'd like to take a shot at the boy.
Do it.
Boy who loved... Where are you?
To die.
Oh,
Hang on the back of there.
She's hidden from you.
Yeah.
Hanging off the back of there. It's a straight roll. Because you would get disadvantage because you're hanging off.
So I can't get sneak either way. If I pick my,
Unless you run up behind Sayuri,
I run up.
what, and hide?
hide behind her.
Okay.
You need to block vision.
Okay.
I can do a lat spread if you need me to.
I think you're gonna need to, baby. Okay, let's try and do that
You
then.
want to hide behind a pencil.
Oh my god!
Why are you being so mean?
Right, I'm gonna try. Oh.
He is taking offence to it. Like it's him.
Yeah, you keep acting
Athletic.
Just don't give him what we...
Yeah, athletics.
Don't respond. Don't respond.
15.
15, you get up, you got movement.
Okay.
Yes, mate.
Then get in, hide. Do you want me to do a stealth? Like total wipeout there.
Bring on the wall.
That's 17. What's that meant to be?
Where are we looking?
Oh, it's a 7. That's the, so 17 plus 15, so 32.
You feel pretty hidden.
And then go for a shot at
Go for it.
Big Bad. So just, yeah, clamber up, come on over, sneak behind you. Just poke round the corner from the side. Fucking hit, you piece of shit. 15 to hit.
You got
advantage.
Yeah, you got advantage.
Oh, do I?
You've
Yeah,
got
that was why we did it.
advantage.
Fuck off.
Christ.
19.
19 doesn't hit.
Fucking dickhead, piece of shit.
It's fine. Yeah. This is going really
What are
well.
you shooting him with?
This is with the
You only get one attack.
11 plus 8. So
Yeah.
Yeah. 19.
You rolled
Yeah.
15 on the first dice.
I rolled. No. I rolled
Oh, that was with the modifier, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was 4. That's like
Yeah, you fire off, and this time he like
Shit.
bats the arrow out of the way,
so shit.
and seems to be getting ready.
Oh, good, we're all in a row.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
I didn't want to be on the field.
Have I got any more remaining movement?
Yeah, you probably only move 10 feet.
Just gonna do the old classic
Hanging off the side.
and just put myself off the side again.
Okie dokie.
Drive Get some cover.
Halvar, it's your turn.
Fly up. Just put on the edge of that. I'm slightly further over this one. That's okay. I'm gonna. Yeah. Before I move in, I'll do 2d6 healing on Satine, Zero, jump down.
I'll take it.
6.
Thank you, sir.
I've just remembered at the very start of combat, so like 2 sessions ago, I cast Death Ward on me.
You put that forward on yourself.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you went
Done that to
back
yourself.
up.
Yeah, the last combat, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll
You
forget
used
that.
it. Forget about it.
Fugazi.
Unless you can cast it multiple times, which I think you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's just whether or not you.
I know there's 2 slots missing from that. And I know one was for Death Ward, but I know what the other one is as well. So, yeah.
That's fine. Okay. Halvar, sorry.
alright.
You moved up.
Yeah, moved up.
I wonder why it's
On
gone
the 50, 20th night now.
Wow. To try and get a roll higher than 10.
Yep.
Next
I'm
time,
going
mate.
to.
Next time, baby. Next time.
Where is that going to? Oh, it's not concentration. That's awesome. Oh no, it is. Yeah. Everything else I can pass is also concentration. So never mind.
That's the problem with paladins. Half your shit
Yeah.
is concentration. Including smites.
The smite, the special type of smite.
Yeah.
If you want to continue the effect of them, like so, if you get burning smite, you can continue to burn them if you concentrate. Or you can drop concentration. It's just the initial burst. I'm going to use another divine sense. Double check what I believe is true about Sayuri.
60 feet.
Yeah, within 60 feet.
It's undead.
Yeah.
Say no more.
Sucks to be.
And I will
Say less.
If I can, as like a favour thing, I'll just call to her and say, "We're not leaving here. This is our final stand."
Something clicked.
Your spine in the popped out of place, so you just put that straight back in.
Yeah, I'd rather heal them than bonus action if I could. So I'm out of range anyway. I think it's within 5 feet, but I can do the lightning.
Imagine he'll be coming here soon.
Okay. End of your turn.
I'm hovering just slightly above this area.
Sure. End of your turn. No layer actions happen. Could you get rid of those 3 at the back there? Thank you very much. Okay, it is Lanus' turn.
Turn on daddy.
Oh. Yes.
Oh.
There you go.
Cheeky monkey.
It's the sneaky boy.
He wants to end it.
He does not have a lot to do.
Yeah. So we got a nice shot for the stream.
Get you to measure out 30 feet
Yeah. From who?
from Lanus
On
to
his toes
you.
or?
Not Sayri. Not Satine, sorry, but Sayri and me. Absolutely.
Oh,
Daisy.
shit.
Okay.
And then Alvar as well, yeah.
Alright.
But not Satine.
That's fine. I guess some people will just never see what could be. So the end of his turn. Sayri, you are up.
I think I'm gonna feeling how I felt after that orb got destroyed, but also hearing what you said, I'm gonna try something which is bonus action, that thing on myself, healing word, just to see, just to test it.
Okay. You go to cast Healing Word. It has no effect on you.
Cool. In that case, that's bonus action done. I'll try and jump up to his level. If I know this is it, then I'll go out swinging.
Athletics check for me.
I'll get out of your way.
Yeah.
Come on.
15.
15. I'd say that's just enough to get you onto the edge.
Okay. And am I in striking distance? Let's do it. For the first time ever, I'll use the Moonblade to take a swing.
Oh, I forgot this.
Yeah.
Oh, this old thing, this relic.
And yeah, no. If the DM allows it.
Do it.
Also, thank you for pre-rolling the Moonblade, adding my runes, because that also adds 6 to my attack and damage roll.
I didn't pre-roll that.
Did you not?
I got you to roll d20s.
Oh!
D100s.
It was me!
Was you all along?
So, plus 14 to my hits.
Jesus.
Yeah. That is wild.
And I needed it, because it's an 8. So 22 to hit on the first one.
22 just hits.
So... does 2 hands or 1-handed? Hold on, put my shield on my back. Jump. 2-handed.
It's such a journey every time.
It's like Amdram.
Improvisation.
What's a 10? That one.
Twists and turns.
That's a 12 to hit.
No.
12 points of damage.
12 points of... No! Fuck it. 12 plus 6, 18.
Is it? It must be more than plus 6. If you're getting your weird plus 6 from the sword, you'll have your own
Unless
plus.
his
Yeah, I do.
thing isn't that high.
I have plus 3,
Yeah.
and then I have plus 6.
So it should be plus 9 damage then.
Yeah. And I rolled a 9, which is 18.
Ah, sorry.
Shut up,
Sorry,
Darren.
another question. That's
No, actually, I should have known better.
Bloody calculator.
And then I'll use... Oh, can I... When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can cause the attack to do an action. Yeah, I'll use a Channel Divinity on that to add another 2d8.
Nice.
Am I too late to do that?
No.
No, it's still the turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't give a shit.
On the team.
nice.
I'm gonna do it.
We're all everyone's channel doing it now.
So that is 13 extra.
13 what?
Yeah, radiant.
Alright.
And then... But wait, there's more.
This one just quiver.
I will use my final War Priest invocation to do another attack.
As a bonus action?
Yes, yeah. As a...
Oh, no.
He's got you there.
Yeah, okay, well that's that.
So, as you start to carve in with the Moonblade, as the radiant energy channels through it, you notice that whilst he hasn't seemed to mind anything that's really happened to him, this carves through him and it immediately like sears the flesh of him.
It's like rotten meat's back on the menu, boys.
However,
Oh no! Don't say however.
at the end of your turn,
Just die. Oh no!
I will not let this be the end. I need everybody, apart from Satine, to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Is this a spell or a magical effect?
Magical effect.
Stay on target.
Nothing pass between us.
This is where the common good.
Con.
Super. Probably not good enough. Yeah, definitely not good enough.
Damage, Daniel.
Excuse me.
I guess I should go with those.
Varn.
17.
17, you take 32 points of necrotic damage.
Oh!
32.
32.
That's a 16.
How far?
26.
26. So you would take half, which would be, say, 16. Because you are technically undead, take half again. So you take 8.
Thought it'd be like a Final Fantasy thing where it just heals you instead. Yeah.
It would have done if he had remained, the orbit remained.
To myself.
Slavery,
16.
16. You take 32, just a 16.
To 8 as well. Not that it matters, because I'm fucking dead.
You are dead.
Dead, like fully dead. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
As you
I don't think
begin carving into it, you just see this massive pulse of green energy radiate through your very soul. But you look up, and as you do, you see that moon in the sky,
This is weird.
and you hear the soft, angelic voice just saying, "You did well. You did him proud."
Oh.
No, we didn't fuck.
No.
Owain finally got his wish.
Bowen and
Owain.
Sadie fucked years and years ago.
I finally got
He's
it done.
been mispronouncing your name the entire time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, Varn. Varn, it is your turn.
Entourage.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
It's the return of the Entourage V 2.0. I want to come over here. That's alright, we're done. So he's not making death saves, to be clear.
No.
No.
Why are you getting so vexed over there?
It's not loaded.
You do 3 failures.
But it's not even bringing up the option to say I failed or succeeded. Broken.
Click off of that.
Click off of that.
Try refreshing the page.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is ancient. It'll break.
Refresh around the page. Well, don't worry about it.
No,
Yeah.
I know I'm dead, so.
Fold the map.
Kind of.
Don't fold the map, bro.
I'm going to
That's your
cast
ass.
Create Undead and use series Body.
Oh, man. And up front!
The roller coaster continues.
Christ!
Up, down,
So I'll let you decide whether she comes back as like the stat block that the spell gives me, or just on her own
Just
self.
comes back as Sayri.
Okay.
Oh! Alright. I'm assuming to 1.
So the spell would give you the full HP of whatever stat block I would make, which in this instance is a Gabba-woo.
Christ.
So maybe just split the difference and you can have the HP of a ghoul plus the 15 he gets from me.
Sure, so what is that?
I have that in my notes actually.
Little green ghouls.
He wants to gobble ghoul.
I don't.
Oh, thank Christ.
You are, however, under my control.
Oh God.
Finally got a woman in the entourage though.
Yeah,
Now
must have the representation.
that's going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Given Owain and Quinn's history, I feel like Quinn's just
Finally.
Fucking did him.
Even in death, they've still fucking done it. I win.
You add 5 to your weapon damage.
Okay, so that's...
And I'm getting your HP for you now.
Oh,
Not a lot. 22 plus 15.
37.
That's your
You
HP.
know what? I'll take it.
and you still got the Moonblade.
Yeah.
So that's my action, which is... This one is not concentration, this one. So I'll just not disappear, unfortunately. I'll just stay there.
Okay.
I think I already boosted us forward a bit. I might just get in touch and we're docking.
Crushing this balloon.
So for you, however, you just see this dark energy kind of float out from Varn up to Sayri's corpse that just begins to.
Varn isn't, for those who can see, not happy about it. It's very much like a grim task.
He just wants to use the weapon.
You've just got to do your one last mission for us, and then I'll turn it off. So,
Alright. So, Satine, here we go.
Gonna pull myself up, throw you off the side.
Get fucked.
Athletics.
Keep him dead.
Athletics is a 10.
10 gets you up.
I think you need to switch seats or something, because
This is cursed.
It's the cursed
This is-
chair.
Yeah. Seeing Sayri within 5 feet,
And then Sayri, yeah.
not thinking too much about it, knowing the task at hand, not seeing you clicking and cracking into position, she's just gonna put her hand crossbow over her forearm to try and, because she's had a stinker so far, try and aim correctly and go for a shot at the big boy.
So, if you're not hiding, you don't get advantage, but you do get sneak attack.
That's right.
Sayri.
Oh, that's good. Double benefit of Sari coming back up.
No, yeah, I'm gonna stay there. That's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. It's 30 total.
This is.
Yeah.
Go on, roll that damage, boy. Roll it.
Yeah, I figured like you were already undead, so won't do it again. But now you're on the good side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or are you?
That riggers.
37 points of damage. Just as I loose it and feel like, it's about time I got some shots in on this boy. Just sink on into his abdomen.
Yeah, this one goes straight in, like a gout of like black ichor comes out. You're never gonna back. Not if I die.
Trying to think of something witty.
Something cool.
I'll bring her back on my own terms, and then I'm gonna jump down and hide again.
Alright.
Yeah.
I mean,
The number of times he's watched you.
you'd have to go
Bolting either side.
Go to the back
Okay.
just to break my line.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, roll that
Stealth.
Stealthy. So that's 8 plus 15. So that was a pretty shit roll. But yeah, 23.
3.
Quinn's in volunteer,
Dang.
like, do it, become come, God of the undead.
Cool.
Fucking do it!
Alright. Halvar, it's your turn.
Fly your fools. Yeah, flank that motherfucker.
We're
I've already
ready.
got advantage on him, but for the sake of other people. No?
You wouldn't have, because you went down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I have advantage on him.
Yeah.
Doubles.
Make 2 attacks. I pray to whoever's listening and get a crit.
And that negative energy flood stopped him from super dying as well.
So that's an 18.
As soon as you did that, I was like, well, that's going to be clutch later.
30 on the first.
30 hits on the first.
It's funny, are they? That's what I might as well say.
19.
You love the entourage so much.
23.
You became
21.
No, I am entourage.
The entourage of world.
32 on the second.
Both hit.
boom, smash this guy's.
I'm going to use my
Was it?
last spell slot, which is. I'm not going to hold out for a crit. Just going to do it.
Are you critting on 19s as well?
No,
Oh,
but I'm just going to do it.
Pity.
because I want to die.
Pity.
I don't know.
You got you good there, mate.
Right, man.
Oh,
He's proper boss.
actually, I was thinking
yeah.
Black Sun because we got mixed up last time.
So first attack.
Do you start thinking about when we'll call it for today, so we'll come back again? No?
So it's 9 slashing.
I fucking told you.
Nobody leaves until this
4
game
hours
is over.
later.
9 slashing damage. 10, 13, 21, 26 radiant damage. The first attack.
Yep.
Plus 7.
Big
What was it? 26 plus 7 is 30.
What was that again, sorry?
26 plus 7,
33.
33. And the first attack. Second's just going to be a d12, and you can give it back.
Yeah.
It does damage.
Man.
It's just going to those two. So it was 6 radiant, 5 plus 7, it'll be 12 slashing. And then lightning strike.
Alright, yep.
I need a dexterity save.
Is 19.
Comes through, takes half of this.
Doing the babies.
15 half would be 7.
Yes.
Yeah, 7 lightning damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah! Do it! I was waiting for that.
There it is.
So yeah, as he flies up, he has his axe at the ready and the electrical wings. And he gets just enough height that the first strike will cleave right between his shoulder blades. And it begins to carve off one of these fleshy wings. And he kind of takes one off. And the second he takes it almost the whole way and then pushes through. As he pushes through, he feels all of his strength just disappear and he collapses to one knee. And he looks to Varn and points down to the leather pouch that he left and says, "You're not the arbiter of our fates." And collapses.
Right. Get this little chair back.
Oh, wow, he's dead out.
He caught himself.
Good thing. Make all those arms.
Hang up.
Hang on.
As you rip the wings off of this supposed, to an extent, god, he collapses onto himself, and you feel all energy leave your body, and you are barely able to remain conscious. Bear with me a second.
every spell slot used.
Oh,
Everything I got back. Spent.
yeesh.
Worth it.
And as the wings are ripped away and he collapses in on himself, you see his form somewhat diminish. For Satine and Varn, do you climb up onto the main platform?
If it's safe to do so, yeah.
It seems to be the chain, kind of the green chain that's kind of stretched out over the sky, begins to just break apart into small little green bits of dust that start to collapse all across the sky as far as you can see.
Not within the spell's remit, but I think we can allow it in this time. If I go to Sayri, who's still kind of nonplussed standing there, I imagine, and just put an arm on her shoulder, and actually I'll look to you first and say, I'm gonna let her go.
Just look at you. And just,
Just a nod.
a nod and just say,
But there are tears.
you have done yourself proud. You have done all interest. Yeah, just look back at you and nod.
You said it better than I could, and we'll turn it off. So then kind of catch her as she falls, and then put her down on the ground. Close her eyes. Offer the same respect to Alvar, and assuming you will now.
Might have one.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Then in which case, come over and
Just holding on by the thread. Yeah.
there's nothing I can do for you.
Appreciate your concern. I'm afraid this
You fought well.
is your.
Ulysses would be proud.
Since I'm not here. The boy was still stubborn for his own good. Except it was old man.
That stubbornness that won us this fight. So
Satine, with the highest passive perception, you see where Lanus was, just a heap of black cloaks, and there's movement in there.
Just cocked, loaded.
It's not a gun.
Well, I've loaded a bolt in. Put a mag in. Yeah, I just approach it with caution. Kind of still in this moment that we're having, but kind of use the end of the crossbow to just kind of move the rags.
As you move them inside, you see like a young 18-year-old boy, like covered in blood and gashes and wounds, and just breathing heavily.
What the fuck is this?
do you recognise
Yeah.
the boy?
Looks like Lanus.
Oh.
Not armed or anything.
No, he doesn't have anything on him.
I just crossbow at him. I'm a bit just looking at you, like not like cattle guns to the back of the head.
It's time.
Yeah. Should I bind him? I don't. What do we do in this situation?
Presume they'll want to see justice, so we might wish to bind and take them.
I'll get straight
take him
to
with us.
binding his hands, making sure he's got no components on him for anything.
Gag.
Sure, you can make an investigation check.
Gag him.
Before I gag him, I just ask, how are you still here?
Not even really looking at you, but just looking like straight up. just says, I just wanted to keep him safe. I just wanted to stop people from experiencing the worst. It's my job to keep him safe. No, I didn't.
We've all lost people, and sometimes by losing people we truly appreciate what we have. Fathers lose sons, mothers lose daughters. Without that loss we don't fully appreciate life. You might think what you were doing was noble, but if you were robbing that experience from people, it is not. You are robbing the true meaning of life. As I'll then begin to bind him and gag him.
I'll add, no one is truly gone, and I'm really trying hard not to look at like the undead companions. Your jaw's like, your brother will always be a part of you, and as long as you have that memory, then he will live on in a fashion, the right, correct fashion.
Maybe. But it could have been different. I see that you've all had loss. He starts to push himself up as you like go to like bound him, and he kind of like holds onto your forearm to like help lift himself up. I may have lost my brother, but I'd like to spit in the face of the gods one more time if you'd let me. Take my hand and I'll bring back whoever you want.
Inside fucking chair. Inside fucking chair.
While we're talking, I want to position myself between him and the edge. I don't want him to kill himself.
Yeah, we'll say we're roughly like in the middle.
Okay, yeah, I don't want him to just be like, I would rather just die.
Come with me.
Yeah.
You do see that the other rocks are beginning to like fall away.
Okay.
Oh.
Don't fall. What?
Yeah. You still feel that connection to the ground beneath you.
Okay.
I'll start to take us down.
Insight check.
Inside check. 16 total.
16. Seems to be telling the truth. He Time for a real coffee. There's no coming back after this. I'm sorry, but this has reset everything. But I promise, if you take my hand, I can bring someone back. I can't do anything for you. But
I just look at
I don't think that we should. It is what we've been fighting against. I think
I would do anything to bring my daughter back. I told myself that.
I won't stand in the way of the decision you make, but that is a lot of responsibility and power.
Kachori.
After all that time.
Actually, yeah, Kajori he is the big one. Yeah.
Appears.
Tie a knot. Yeah.
he uses your forearm to kind of get up to his knees, and he just frail, like a strong gust of wind could like snap him in half. Just a very weak young kid. But he looks at you, Vaughn, and says, This would bring them back in the best way. I kind of hoped I wouldn't have to use it, but well, it's always good to have a fail-safe. And he begins to conjure the last remaining bits of energy into his hand. And make an Arcana check for me.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, don't pack up just yet.
I'm not.
You son of a bitch.
I'm just low on juice.
I've got proficiency in Arcana, so I can help if you like. The advantage on the check.
That's I'll sleep on the floor.
I'm paying attention still.
25.
25. This is some of the most powerful magic you've ever seen. This is a wish.
Oi. He's messing around. Powerful juju.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't want to counterspell that, so.
No. So that's information that you can share, but
I've just seen him starting to conjure, so I'm a bit jittery at this point. 'Cause I haven't said yes. I haven't said yes to him. I'm still listening to him.
Fuck.
just spot and kick him off.
Well, it's like that's. I don't know what he's doing. I'll ask him. What are you doing, boy?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Boy. Like I said, fuck the gods. I'm dead either way. I'll never see my brother again. But maybe you could see Sabine. You could see Quinn. Ulysses could come back. Or Owain could bury Sayri.
We're doing this.
It is not my decision to make. I have no commitments. I've done my share of resurrection. It's not something I take lightly.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
choice is yours.
She just drops her crossbow and goes to take his hand or whatever it is he's reaching out with.
So just to be clear, as a group, you are deciding that you're bringing back Sabine.
Well, it's
Halvar will do nothing to stand in your way, seeing that he knows Ulysses' faith and what it means for him. So he wouldn't try and stop you doing that.
yeah.
Just Quinn going off in your head.
I demand it.
While they're having this moment, I'll just take it off, like. Yeah.
Sorry, the signal's really bad.
Go to the tunnel.
Yeah.
Go to the tunnel and just pop that.
Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. The team wouldn't hesitate to bring our daughter back, so yeah.
So you clasp hands with Lanus, kind of smiles at Varn, and you feel this kind of slight glow, a positive glow, far more celestial than anything that has kind of transpired before this. And it like briefly lights up this entire area, and somewhere in Stonehaven there's as someone begins knocking on a coffin. You feel like a hole in your heart has been filled. As you begin to let go, he collapses and kind of rolls onto his back. Make the most of it. This world's not going to be here for much longer. And he slowly closes his eyes. You, however, as he begins to close his, begin to collapse to the ground.
Don't make a show of it.
As you two are focusing on what's happening with Lanus, just silently in the background, you...
Yeah. I'll kind of like hunched forward, holding the axe on the ground, and just head rolled forward.
Is it Valhalla that they went to? Is that the name of the place?
Elysium.
Elysium, that's it. I would just say, enjoy your time in Elysium, my friend.
You've earned it.
And with that, you slowly begin to coast back down towards the ground, the green kind of dust falling as far as you can see, and just various undead on the ground. The fortress itself is mostly destroyed as various kind of boulders have kind of collided with it. Grab the pouch. You do see Sarsil on the ground, leaning on an undead dragon, just panting, just covered in blood.
Son of a bitch.
But yeah. It seems that you have stopped whatever they were trying to do.
On the descent, I'll say, I know you feel that you made the right decision. I won't tell anyone of what happened here, but our business will be concluded once we return to ground, to Stonehaven.
You don't think I did the right thing?
I am not experienced in such matters of a mother and daughter relationship. I wouldn't be so presumptuous to say I would have chosen differently in your position. I can't speak for that.
We can still do things to bring Quinn back.
Oh, I'll find a way. Not in any hurry.
He's just on that ring going...
Just so you know, that ring, as you kind of gesture towards it, is inert.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
As in what? He's not in the ring anymore.
Put it on.
Hello?
There's nobody there.
Why is that?
All souls have transitioned off of this plane.
Oh.
This was like a reset for life and death on Remarus. Nobody can be brought back.
I'm out of a job.
It resets from like today, essentially.
Yeah. Well, Quinn has actually moved on, it appears, himself, so we...
What?
The ring is now my safety net. So...
I'm so sorry. You should have had the decision.
Oh, no, it's quite alright. There is a natural order to things. Working around in the undead, it gives you a unique perspective on how things should work, and he tried his hardest and it wasn't enough. I think that's poetic in a way.
No more entourage.
No more entourage.
No more entourage, yeah.
Hey, plenty of people would die from this day forwards.
The entourage will be back.
Remarus 2.
Remarus 2.
That's just all the next campaign will be.
This is collecting.
You're all his like fools.
No, I think the homunculus and the entourage do a body cop thing. A spin-off show that airs like maybe 2 seasons and then stops, and it's not quite
diminishing returns.
Doesn't capture the magic. Yeah.
It's got a really strong fan base, like, but it's just like,
Bring it back!
not enough for the studios to keep it running.
The homunculage is what we call it.
For fuck's sake.
So, as you contemplate what this means for the rest of Remarus and kind of think about the losses that you've had, I will give you a moment to just... What do you do next with this newfound, not world-ending life that you've got ahead of you?
So so people still die and can still be being necromanced?
Yes, but essentially any resurrection magic will not work on anybody that died previous to this day.
Oh, okay.
It's like severed that line. All souls have like gone away from this plane.
Fine.
Sheesh.
Well, I was going to work on finding a body for Quinn, but instead I guess I'll just go to his parents in lieu of that and to tell them about everything. And then I was going to body up with Quinn, but that's a one-man job of just making sure that the chain cult and stuff is fully squashed.
And you could still research into if there's any way of undoing this, but that would require you to delve more into the magic that you've just snuffed out today.
Can't have my cake and eat it.
Alright. So Varn continues his work in Wei-San. Well. Satine, what do you get up to?
Well, I think Satine's first priority would be heading to wherever Sabine was laid to rest, hoping she doesn't take too long getting there and that Sabine doesn't starve to death in a coffin.
How brutally ironic would that be?
That would be fucked, wouldn't it?
We'll say that because you guys were doing this, there was like a more of like a citywide funeral that was going to be held for the Forsaken and for them laying their lives on the line. So there was more of like a display room that each of their coffins were in, and someone eventually heard, thinking that it was haunted, but eventually went in. And to be honest, by the time that you get back, Sabine has already got wine. She's just been chilling.
Oh, they just have the best catch up for at least a week, just going through all of the shit that both of them have been through. All of Sabine's adventures and misadventures with the Forsaken and Satine's failed assassination attempt of Reinhardt. And with that in mind, they then set to heading home to Taikahan, their home continent. Before doing so, sharing with Halvar's people Reinhardt's intentions of, attack and continent domination, because he's a prick. Hopefully sharing enough information to help them to stop him. And then once she feels confident with that, she'd want to try and stay in touch with Varn so she can take Sabine and herself to visit Quinn's family and pay their respects. And Sabine can share stories again of what Quinn and all of the Forsaken got up to. And I think Sabine would want to try and do what she can, what best she can to do right by the rest of the Forsaken, but didn't make it. So, trying to, visit the Moonshade Isles.
Those elusive Moonshade Isles.
Yes, finally did that.
You get there and you're like, it's a bit shit.
Yeah, this is not as what
You hold up a postcard and
Nope. Checking with Madame Ganza. See how that's all getting on with Ulrich's people being liberated. Basically try and just do the rounds to make sure that everything's going in the right direction and to let people know they're there, both of them, Satine and Sabine if it doesn't. And then head back to Taikahan and set up their vineyard that Sabine and Satine wanted to do. So sets up the vineyard, which is still a front for a assassin agency. But, you know,
Of course.
it's a cover, yeah. And yeah, just live out their days working the grape, making the best fucking rosé in the region.
Can they have a one called a Quinn?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In memory.
All the different lines are all named after members of the Forsaken.
Nice.
Quinn's Reserve.
Quinn's Reserve. And yeah, eventually Satine would just come old and retire there, and Sabine would carry on her work in Tykahan.
Yes. Halvar?
The leather pouch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ever the pragmatist, Halvar was really unnerved by how quickly the cult grew unnoticed. So in the pouch were a series of missives to the likes of Madame Ganza, to various heads of state, in an effort to begin what he dubbed, in the most egocentric way possible, the Armstrong Initiative.
Putting together a team.
I love that.
Essentially, the idea being he wanted to create not a task force as such, but an organisation that worked in conjunction with cities to keep an eye on bad stuff happening, keep an eye on the underground, and to stop, if something like this would happen again, to keep a handle on it early. So that pouch was full of a list of missives in his absence, whether the various heads of state decide to go through with it.
I'll deliver those.
Yeah.
Because you want to go to your daughter, so I'm happy to do the rounds.
There's a short letter just saying, stating a case for why this is important. His wish was to do it himself, but I think once he knew his time was up, he was like, someone else can do it.
Sorry, just drinking a note or something. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's awesome. Love that. Very cool.
Okay. Sayri.
Yeah.
What's up, Buttercup?
In the Seldarine afterlife. Is that what you're asking me? Because she's dead, and so there's nothing for her in the living realm.
You might have left things behind, or
She was no, when she left religion, was persona non grata, but was still heavily respected by other elders of the temples. So yeah, her combative teachings are still done to this day as out of respect.
okay.
But yeah, that's her legacy on the realm.
Fair enough. Well, the Forsaken are lauded as heroes of Stonehaven. There are there's a Forsaken Day, which is celebrated throughout most of Waysan and parts of Esteros. I nearly forgot the starting continent's name. There is a statue erected in Krahul of both Halvar and Ulysses, standing side by side with weapons crossed, and that precedes the actual entrance to Krahul. The Moonblade, if you two, Varn and Satine, look for it, is not there.
Oh.
Not seen anywhere. As it is seemingly returned for another Moonshavian half-elf to take a hold of and lead the charge against whatever dangers there are of the world. Bards write songs, There are still whispers of other threats in the world. The remark that Lanus made to you, Satine, still kind of sits as like an odd omen. But whilst war still rages on, and there are still terrible people in the world, the balance of life and death continues. And that is the end of campaign 1 for Remarus.
Very good.
Yeah, there you go. 3 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
How'd you feel?
Oh, it's like I feel like I'm about to de-age like 5 years. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Whether you've watched some of the episodes or all of the episodes, we appreciate everybody's support in the time that we've been doing this. I understand that it is a lot of content to get through, so do keep your eyes peeled for us returning in late September. We'll be starting up a new campaign from scratch, so you can actually jump in and not have to get through like, I don't even want to think about how many. I might figure it out and then put that out on socials just to see how long we've been doing this.
It's a fair few hours of content.
But yes, thank you very much. Thank you lot very much for playing. This has been a great support for life. And it's been long and it's been weird, but we have made it. So go us. Well done you lot.
A lot of laughs. A lot of laughs.
Yeah. Laura laughs.
There's been some laughs, but there's been a lot of
Despair.
size characters.
Yeah. I have this image in my head of all 10 of them walking off into the sunset, like in the clouds.
And it goes all to white as they start to silhouette.
In my head, Sarah gets into like heaven with led by Saining, and they're just all at a bar, just like, what's up?
I've actually been hit by that funny cat there now. Who's there too?
Don't forget about me.
Definitely didn't.
I'm here too.
Oh, and here's
We don't
this
like-
guy
we
for
don't
some
do
reason.
them.
Yeah,
Well,
Oh, he made it in?
Anyone in these days.
thank you very much. Don't forget to check us out on all of the different social media platforms and whatnot. As I said, we'll probably do some sort of a supercut of all of our favourite moments. But yeah, we'll have a little bit of a break before the next one starts up. And until then, look after yourselves. Thanks for sticking with us for 3 years. Woo!
Sweet. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.